Keep it live.
All right, we on there.
All right.
Welcome. We on the YouTubes too?
We are on the YouTube. Now I just gotta do 3 other things.
Damn. Yo, man. We gonna get it together. School's back. Traffic is crazy.
One step at
We're here, man.
time.
It's another Friday. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of UnQuantized Podcast. This episode...
I lost count, bro.
Jesus, I think it's 46.
47, 46.
I don't know.
43.
I don't want to mess up the replay, so...
Shrimp, bubble cocktail.
45, 47. It's one of them joints.
1 fish, 2 fish.
What up? We see y'all, man. We feeling good on a Friday. We hope you are too. Smoking Aces, we see you in here.
Hey, I thought that sentence was gonna go completely different.
I don't even know what you thought.
I was like, whoa, who's smoking?
We feeling good in here smoking. Nah, it's not even happening.
It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Hold on, man. See, I don't even have my noisemaker lit up. Thank you. Oh, we need some volume.
I need more cowbell. There we go.
That's perfect, man. Oh, while we got the horns working in here, shout out to Push Button who won the new Oracle chair. Yes, indeed.
Hold on. Oh man, there we go.
Woo. He's in it.
Oh man,
he got it.
I was because it's right there. It's right there. I didn't want to hit him with the wrong one, man.
Rearrange those.
Yeah.
Man.
Young Busy Works Beats. What's poppin', man?
What up, Busy?
David Lavelle. What's poppin'? He said, "Yo, what's poppin', my dog?" Young Black Noise coming. Shout out Black Noise, man. Y'all been here.
Black Noise is in here, man.
Halftime.
He be holding it down for the YouTube, man. He's like captain of the YouTube squad.
Him and Halftime. They like YouTube aficionados.
There you go, man.
Shout out to Young Halftime, man.
What up?
Hey, and I seen shot, man. If y'all haven't seen, man, me and Young Busy Works Beats. The video came out when we was at Patchwork cooking up. Young Razor Life.
Yeah.
Which was that whole thing was an adjustment for me because 1, I'm a Mac guy. 2, I'm an Ableton guy. So I was on a PC and using Fruity Loops. But if I'm using Fruity Loops, you might as well do it with the FL God LaFleur, Busy Works Beats.
Master of all trades, Jack of none.
So I learned a lot, man. I picked up a lot of like tricks with that and like how to flow. Because it's been a while since I've been on there. For real. I use it, but I don't use it right. I just use it just enough to get by, and then I export it.
But it's still fire?
It still works.
There you go.
Gets the job done. So yo, go check Young Busy's YouTube, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Busy Works Beats.
Shout out to Razor. Send me a computer, please. Thank you.
Sir. Cut the PC.
Cut the PC.
Yo, we really need to get my man on this PC life, man. So
I'm more open to it, bro. Especially with the streaming stuff.
I like that. Yeah.
I'm more open to it, man.
Razor could be bridging the gap, man.
Friday and the Jameson Flooring. What up, fellas?
Yes, indeed. Greetings from Mexico City.
Hey. I've never been there, but it sounds delightful.
Mexico City just sounds like a place where you get in a whole bunch of fun and a whole bunch of trouble.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Mexico City. Hey, I'm trying to pull up.
It does. It sounds like a board on an old game, on an old cartel video game.
Hey, is that Jameson?
You know it is.
You know, I feel like Dame Dash right now. Y'all can't even see it on the Instagram. Hold on, man. I'm gonna have to flip it. I gotta flip it. Hold on.
Flip it.
I gotta do my
double cup and something.
Big Pimpin' video. Then I gotta do the bad boy.
Yo,
there we go.
What if the joints just broke?
Oh man, I know. That would have been awful.
No, wait, see, my assistant is hitting me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the show. Can't hit you back now.
Sorry. Jen.
Young Jen. Shout out to Young Jen. Sending me messages I can't respond to right now.
Touch some beats. What up, man?
What up? As usual, while we getting started, if you're proud of something this week, if you've accomplished something, if you were great in some area of your life, let us know. You know.
I definitely, man. I had a very interesting week.
Sure.
One, shout out to everybody for the birthday love. My birthday was on the 8th, August 8th.
Yes, indeed.
808. As a producer, I'm not gonna lie, guys. As a producer, I lucked up on the birthdays. I had the coolest producer birthday.
That's a fact. It gets no cooler.
It's cool, man. I understand some people are jealous about that they couldn't have their birthday. I'm sorry, I didn't pick it. You know what I mean?
Don't blame me. Blame your mama.
But no, it was real. It was cool, man. I had a good time, man. So shout out to everybody who wished me a happy birthday, man. I just went out, ate some good food, drunk, little party, and that's it. You know what I mean? A little chill.
That's all you gotta do. So look, as you get older, do the birthdays turn up or they turn down?
Oh, mine's turned down. My daughter's first birthday's coming up, so that's the only birthday I'm like focused about. Like, you know, they got the bouncy houses coming through. They got the, you know what I mean? So I'm more worried about that.
Yeah, the older you get, it seems like the more you're like, nah. If people will try to do stuff, you're like, nah.
And then I got to tell, I guess, my don't do drugs kid story. It's quite a long story, but I might say that for a little bit later. But basically, I don't know if you guys remember Mia Campbell she was on TV.
Yeah, she starred on In the House with LL Cool J, and then she starred on Ayala Fix My Life.
Yeah. Bro, I'm in the barbershop and she walked in, and I felt like I was on like every Love and Hip Hop episode, but the crazy parts just jammed together.
Wow.
That's what it felt like. I felt like I was in a World Star video, and I was just waiting for somebody to be like, World Star, and then they got the phone held the wrong way. I was waiting for it, dog. I was waiting for it, but it just didn't happen. But, yeah, I'll talk about it, but don't do drugs, kids. You know what I mean? Stay away from that.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Crack is whack.
Mad people try to get her clean, and she's like, nah.
I'm good.
Being clean is whack.
It's just Mark. What's good, my brother?
What up, what up?
Young Frosty. We'll see. Zeke Beats, just letting you guys know, every time from device, YouTube acts weird trying to load, but from Android, I don't know for everyone else.
I don't know, man. We've been fighting against
the blues.
We should be good on Instagram today, though, because we're not even on Wi-Fi. That's why we're good. That's right. I'm sacrificing my data plan just to bring us the crispy 2-hour show. Come on,
how many gigabytes that is, bro?
Oh yeah. I'm racking them up, man.
Dang, son.
The bill is real.
Go get Sample Genesis. Support your.
Everybody, go pick up Sample Genesis at XO2 because my phone bill is gonna be like $500 this week just off a podcast.
You just gotta do a video playing that in the arms of the. I thought my camera cut off.
No.
But
yo, those commercials are disturbing me.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, as bad as those scenes are, you set those scenes up and shot them.
Like, feed them dogs, bro.
Yeah, they're like, nah, we need this one starving, so this scene really comes through. And I'm pretty sure them pups ain't getting it on the first take.
They shooting on a $50,000 red cam. Like, man, you gotta get them, shoot that joint on the damn iPhone and get them puppies them that $50,000.
Like, take two.
Right.
He's not shivering enough.
Throw some ice on him. Get them cold. Yeah, them joints is whack.
Wow.
Busy, what up? Saw that vid with you and Trizza. Hey, shout out to Young Busy, man.
Hey, man, y'all was popping.
I definitely didn't expect that. It was one of those, like, we just gonna pull it. We finished the UnQuantized, the mastermind.
Exactly.
Busy had a little after party, you know what I mean?
At Patchwork, right?
At Patchwork.
Yes, the high-end Patchwork.
Patchwork is like, I feel like the go-to Atlanta studio. When you think Atlanta studios, it's Patchwork.
It used to be Doppler for a while.
Yeah.
For a while it was Doppler, but yeah, Patchwork. I wanted to come through to that, but I had just moved. I had just moved into the new crib like a couple days before that. I was dog tired.
Oh yeah, so it was a crazy day.
Had to take a flight back to the crib. Definitely. Let's see. Sound all good, Trezor. All right, man. So what else happened this week? I feel like a lot of stuff went down. And if we can't think of anything, I actually have topics. I got topics this week,
man,
bro.
Are we coming prepared slightly?
We are coming prepared 5 minutes late, bro.
Man. Best software for chopping and rearranging them.
Serato.
Facts.
Serato samples.
Facts.
Next question, but we're knocking them out the park today.
Serato is like 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact. And I'm an Ableton user. I love everything in Ableton. I love drum racks and the slicing and all that. But when it comes to that, Serato's just killing. Came in and took over.
Young Timbo the King, what up, man?
Hey, what up?
Boogie Down, what's popping? Let's see. Wenzel says, what up, Trizza Sound Oracle? I was late because these folks be having me working on Excel and PowerPoint. I'm trying to hear the podcast.
Hey, man, you got to get with it. Don't even worry about it. Just
tell them that XLS is you know what I mean, could wait. You know what I mean?
Man, you better learn how to unplug some of that stuff at the source. Hey, I don't know what's going on today, guys, but it looks like we're down.
Someone said Trizza related to Sonny Digital. Sonny is my cousin on my uncle's side, twice removed. I don't know. I get that all the time. Sonny said he get it all the time. Hey, I rock with him.
It's me, Sunny
We
D.
both skinny dudes out here. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Making waves.
We're 808s, man. Skinny dudes for 808s.
Hey, bro, we out here.
It's me, Sunny D.
Gross beat, M rhythmizer, or movement. Which do you? These are the best at what they do. I feel like.
First of all, movement is totally different.
Yeah,
from
gross beat and M rhythmizer.
Yeah, gross beat and M rhythmizer are kind of the same.
Mm-hmm. I feel like gross beat might be the Lexus. And rhythmizer might be like the Toyota, which is a good car.
Yeah,
it works. This might not look as good. Might not. They ain't get that luxury.
You know what it is? M rhythmizer has some. It's like two features that it has that gross beat doesn't have. Like, does gross beat have the when you hit it, it does the effect on the beat and then stops on the beat? You know, M rhythmizer has that, right? Yeah, like
right.
So you know, like if you hold the effect down,
right.
Or what, it'll start like on beat instead of like when you first press it.
Oh, really?
Or when you let go, it'll stop on the beat according to what you set the quantize to, instead of exactly when you let go.
Huh?
Hey man, I'm just saying. So I kind of rock with M rhythmizer a little bit more now.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but movement to me is different. To me, movement is more like LFO ducking.
Yeah, when I think movement, I think delay, reverb.
Yeah.
When M rhythmizer and gross beat are chop, glitch.
Yeah.
Facts.
Little pitch stuff.
You know. Low pitch. That's my new. That's
pitch.
my name coming out. Be like academics.
Leo stand up. Hey. Happy belated. Hey, appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. It is that season for y'all.
Shout out Young Cam.
Y'all got a cool ass sign.
Oh yeah, the lion.
Yeah, man. My sign is terrible.
What did you do?
A virgin, bro. I'm a Virgo.
My
sign is a virgin.
I mean, if you're 14, that's fire, bro.
I had some spicy to say. I'm not even gonna say that.
I'm saying, if you're a kid, you know what I mean. I'm trying to look at the positive.
Made her have a bite.
Man.
Yeah.
Audio is flawless here. Hey. Shout out to everybody with the crispy audio.
Nice.
I brought your family. What's up? Working on those kits this weekend.
He's back. Hey, by the way, the audio is flawless, and I'm pretty sure the picture's looking really good. The reds are popping, the blacks are deep, because we're on the Samsung S9. The hardware in it is a bit better than the iPhone. However, I'm not gonna say the experience is better than the iPhone. But the hardware is definitely better.
Cracked out story, I already know. Yeah, that shit's sad. Whatever she got going on, man, just be careful with, especially dealing. People don't talk. The entertainment industry is very like, just not even just her situation, but in general, it's a very stressful. Like, you gotta live up to certain standards. People telling you no all the time. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure you taking care of yourself because it could get real out here.
You know who doesn't tell you no? The people that are selling drugs.
It's facts.
They don't tell you no. You never get rejected.
Open 24/7.
And you probably don't have to pay depending on how big you are.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah, just be careful. Especially, I mean, shoot, man. If y'all not feeling good, you feeling off, you know what I mean? Take your time, man.
Yeah.
IG audio's off a bit. Yeah, they don't want us to be great.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about that one.
Musicians only getting 12% made the news this week. I did see that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's crazy.
It is. But wait.
I believe it.
Admittedly, I did not read the article. I did not have time. I had a toothache and all types of other things going on. But is it they only got 12% because of something shady, which the title alludes to, or did every other realm that you can make money, like were there more realms where you can make money and they blossomed and it was more places to get money instead of just making music?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the artists, what they said, they made most of it off touring and then publishing. I mean, but come on, guys, you signed a record deal, you're giving up something.
Yeah.
If most of the time you're signing a deal, they're making it so it's they have the advantage.
Right.
So a lot of these people deals are set up so, you know.
And here's my thing too. It was 12% to musicians. Now, was that 12% money only being made one way through one thing?
I think they would. If I'm correct, I think it was the entire like. This is what the music industry made, and then the artist only made this, and then the rest is just label stuff.
I'm gonna have to read and have an in-depth because stuff like that I don't like to jump on just because I read that article. Like, oh, this is outrageous
because they flip the words.
What's the breakdown in the numbers? Like, for instance, do you know that Apple just hit $1 trillion? Shout out to Apple.
It's lit.
Yeah, Apple just hit $1 trillion. However, Apple is still number 3 in the cell phone market. They're not even 1 or 2. They're number
That's crazy.
3. So I mean, you can hit the trillion in revenue because you have better margins, but you're not the leader in the sectors that people think you're the leader.
Right.
Once again, how do the numbers break down? You know what I mean?
It's weird about those joints too because everything's so clickbaity.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for the maximum. So it might be like a 12% of this, but it might be on some other end. It's a better.
Yeah, like, oh, musicians actually came up and made double what they made in a certain area last year. You know?
Did you
tell you that?
And you saw too the thing with CSAC. They had that whole. It was something about they had a bill and it would basically hinder like publishing rights, and everybody's trying to get CSAC to like rescind their bill. And they finally broke down and did it. So it was a big deal. Even I seen like Brian is part of CSAC.
Yeah, did somebody call Greg and that's how it happened?
Man, Greg is on the phone stressed. Like, damn it.
Are you tall like Sonny? I think we about the same height.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Are you asking for a date? What's going on here?
Do you enjoy long walks?
Which do you prefer, Glitch or Fetrix? Not really a prefer. It's like saying, do you prefer like pepper or salt? It's kind of like different situations that you kind of use them for.
It's almost like salt or sea salt.
Yeah.
Like, different situations.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think I've heard nothing but bad stories about pub deals and signing deals.
Depends on who you're hearing from and what the aspect is.
What do you know about YouTube bots and paid views? Sounds terrible.
Paid views for anything is awful, and it goes back to if you saw my post today about the Jeezy shit when he's talking about people want to emulate the result and not do the work. So that's first of all I reposted that from EA Ski, big homie from out West Coast, man. Shout out to EA Ski. But that reminded me, like yesterday, I got this solicitation. I'll get you 3 million views for a price that you can't refuse. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I know it's some type of bot thing, but that 3 million views means nothing.
Right.
Because that's 3 million views, and I look like people are fucking with me.
But they're not.
But they're not fucking with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like that whole thing, it'll just have you looking the part. You're emulating the result, which is 3 million people rock with me. It's like you sitting in a Lambo, you looking like the man, then somebody go like push it, and it's all cardboard and it falls apart. Like
I have my wild references.
Let's hear it.
Do y'all remember that movie with Nick Cannon and he like did the homework for Christina Milian to like, and she pretended to be the boyfriend?
Wow.
That's what buying likes is, bro. You're paying a girl to be your girlfriend. And she don't care about you, bro. She's not into you. She just doing it so you look cool for certain people.
Right. And you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, what's that get you?
Like, you can try to finesse it, but it's, you know what I mean? You're looking like you got all these people, but you still don't know how to get all these people.
100 real likes from like people who really like you is way better than 1 million fake likes.
Right. And if you don't believe us, get 1 million fake likes and then try to sell them something.
Good luck.
See how many of them buy it.
Good luck.
Right. Bots don't buy, bruh.
New Omnisphere update coming at the end of the month. More sounds. Ooh.
It's going to be like Omnisphere needs. More
right.
sounds.
Coming to Costco. More Costco.
Right.
Like, jeez.
Like, oh, get your pallets ready.
Is it worth paying for an internship or apprenticeship program at a studio if you're trying to come in the door as a producer?
I would say it depends on your strategy.
Yeah.
It depends on what studio it is. Like, what's the track record of the studio?
That's what I was going to say. The studio is important.
But what, paying for an internship?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of
I've heard of a paid internship where they pay you. But for the most part, an internship is where you do stuff for free.
Right.
I've never heard of you paying
to go work.
to do stuff for free. For not,
Yeah, if you gotta pay, I would pay for like mentorships. I would pay for like if they got events, like if those iStandards or whatever, I would pay for those. But if to work in an actual studio, oh no,
it's like a paid collab.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Big Los, what up, man? Shout out to the homie.
Yes, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Roland has subscription to use all of their legendary sound libraries in one VST.
That's dope.
Oh, that's right. Now we gonna bring back the Phantom.
Ooh.
All them trap beats, them early 2005 trap beats with the Phantom.
Hey, the Phantom has some sounds.
Yeah, that joint was the joint.
Roland actually had a lot of dope sounds. Let me tell you something. Here's the producer homework, the producer thing of the week. AAH196 from the Roland D-MC1 or whatever, and it's also from the effects in the JV2080 and the dance expansion pack. That is the sound that everybody uses in trap.
Oh yeah,
that is a Roland sound. The original is from the D-MC1. Yep, module, and it's called A196.
We need to go back in time and destroy that.
It can
never be invented.
We do.
That sound is so overused.
Nobody can use it. Zaytoven can keep his.
Right,
but nobody else can use it.
No, every like trap song out here, it's got the ha ha.
That shit sound horrible.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that joint.
Let's see. What do you think about people holding back the truth when giving advice? Like, there's people that pay to come here to talk to you, and then you tell them the same info that's on every YouTube. Hold on. What do you think about people holding back the truth when giving advice? I think it's stupid. Why?
Yeah, why would you hold back?
I mean, I don't know.
Who's doing that?
Yeah, let him point him out.
Point him out.
And then he says, "What do you think about paying for a mentorship with no guarantee of results?"
Well, that's any mentorship, honestly.
Do you pay for a gym membership with a guarantee of I'm gonna get a 6-pack? No, that's up to you.
Exactly.
That's up to you, buddy. You know
gotta,
what I mean?
Yeah, and you got to evaluate your mentors. Yeah. You know, mentors have a track record.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what they do, see what other people say about them. That's kind of a halfway guarantee. But I mean, nothing in life is guaranteed.
Right.
And life is what you make it, and all sorts of other cliche shit we could insert right there. But I mean, it's really true. You know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, somebody told me a long time ago that we know what we're supposed to do. It's just getting the motivation and getting organized, learning how to organize everything that we're supposed to do.
I'm gonna take the credit and say that person was me.
Probably.
It probably wasn't, but
Close enough.
yeah.
It was a free grab. You can take that one.
Thank you.
It's been a while since I've been able to tune into the podcast. First Friday off in forever. Hey, shout out to Young Cruz.
Yes, sir. Man, enjoy your day off. I hope you send somewhere with your feet slightly elevated in a ankles crossed position.
Hey, Chance the Trapper. What up, man? Shout out to the homie Chance. Cool
Yes,
people.
sir.
That's Young Tom's people.
Oh, dope.
Young Chance the Trapper. Cool
Dope screen name.
Right. I was jealous about that. Like, damn.
Yeah, that was a smart one.
Let's see. Oh, that's the conversation. Y'all lagging hard out here, Super Duper J. Looks like a dub karate flick right now.
Oh my god.
Jeez, man, what's going on?
Can't win. Can't win for losing.
Let's see. Paying for views can only be helpful when you're starting out on social media. It can help your market if it looks like you're followed, then you look worth following. That makes sense. But
like I said, it's a strategy. If you have a strategy, then all right.
But two, you gotta have good content too. I'm not just gonna follow somebody that just got 10,000 followers because they got 10,000 followers.
Yeah, and it looks crazy if you have a lot of followers, but your likes and your engagement is super low.
Yeah,
you look crazy.
That I'm realizing to make money online, it's not really about the numbers of followers. It's the engagement. It's like, how do people deal with you? You could have 5,000 followers, but your engagement is crazy.
Yeah.
You're super valuable more than someone who got all these followers and nobody really likes them.
Right. How you got 1 million followers and 123 likes
right.
on a video, 123 views.
You looking out here real fishy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Facts. Don't buy any bots of views.
No.
Yeah, man.
Because when they come through and clean house, you're gonna be looking. You're gonna be looking like Mace was looking.
Reverend Mace.
Yeah.
I pictured Trizza wearing his blue cap back in time, still in the D 201 from Biff.
Hey.
You already know. I'm gonna get the almanac. We coming up, bro. You know what I mean? How do you feel about Avid leasing Pro Tools on a monthly basis? Worth it, or better just to purchase?
Maybe it can be your avenue into purchasing. You know what I mean? If you don't know, you're kind of on the fence about purchasing, you can do a little bit of leasing, check it out, and then make the decision from there.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that's the way that people should go though. It's like that rent to own joint.
Yeah,
because it's plug-in.
Wait, is it rent to own or strictly rent?
That is a good question.
Now, if they did the rent to own, that would be dope.
Because it could be like how Creative Cloud with Adobe, like Photoshop.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a monthly subscription, and you just get it.
I think it's dope, man. Yeah. Subscription services are becoming the way for a lot of things.
Let's see. How is that new 808 kit? I'm curious. So, bro,
spicy,
bro. That joint is slapping, bro.
Spicy.
If you haven't, man, go to producerkit.com. Check out the review, man. Shout out to Realistic. Realistic came through with the review for your boy. He reviews the kit, but man, it's been going crazy, man. And shout out to the other day was my birthday, 808 day, so I felt like it was proper.
808s on 808. Nice.
I felt like it was a proper thing to do. Pay homage to my guy Roland.
Nice.
I forgot his name. I always mess it up.
Oh yeah, it was a Japanese name, so I'm gonna definitely mess it up.
So I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm just gonna say that.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. to homie. So man, it's a lot of trap joints. It's a lot of clean ones for like R&B, but they got the thick bottom. The thick bottoms. Thick bottoms.
Nelly would be proud.
Got the map of bottom, yeah. But yeah, it's those like signy kind of sub joints. There's like
got the distorted joints.
The boomies. Got some distorted joints.
Crunchy.
I got some crunchy ones.
The Lay's
there.
potato chips.
Yeah, I mean, I got the ones with the little, the little delay on it. You get a little bit of everything. Shout out to Abe, who sound designed a bunch of that.
Nice.
Died. Abe went crazy. Made them drinks knocking super crazy.
Shout out to Abe.
Soundmatic says thick bottoms. Shout out to them 808s with them thick bottoms. You know what I mean? Out here representing for the BBW 808. See what I mean?
Boom with the fur.
I like my 808s BBWs out here, son. Have you tried Studio One?
Everybody asks that. I've tried it before, like way back in the day. Studio One is, I ain't gonna lie, it's just like a dub to me. It's like a chick that you're like, no thank you.
It looks like a not cool Logic.
Yeah.
To me. I don't know. I'm big on the look of stuff. And if it doesn't look right, then I'm kind of like,
Yeah, it's so many other things you'd rather use before you get to Studio One. At least for me.
Let's see. One thing about buying those views is Instagram can recognize that stuff. You really get no benefit, and it won't make the Explore page, which is why people do that. Facts. Don't hurt yourself out here. And they can track all that stuff, bro.
Right. And listen, there's a benefit to having organic views and then getting on the Explore page. Shout out to the Explore page. I was going crazy on the Explore page yesterday.
Hey, young Oracle, young IG shawty.
Hey, man.
Much respect. Always invest in your sounds, brother. I appreciate your time and knowledge. What is the best way to advertise my sound on IG?
Be consistent, man. Of course, it's always the hashtag game and all that stuff. Use proper hashtags. And one thing I've learned, like coming up over IG, it's probably been like 6 years now. I always say 6 years. I feel like I've been saying 6 years for 8 years. But
you've been turning 21 for
basically. Years. But it's just the fundamentals. Just whatever you've learned about it, just apply those consistently, and it really is what it is. It's like it's not a whole bunch of like secrets and tricks and shortcuts.
It's consistency, seeing what people like and doing more of that.
Yo, they say the opioid epidemic is a problem in hip hop. The shortcuts are a problem. Shortcuts are the opioid epidemic of the producer community.
That's super fast.
Oh my god, I'm gonna save shortcuts probably till later on, but
King by Cloud. Wait, Boom Gang. No.
King by Cloud.
Exactly. Facts, Trizza. Engaged clients can be converted to purchasing customers. If nobody's engaged, then nobody can be sold. That boy, man. Catch Bigelow's teaching marketing and branding somewhere. I don't know where. Just drop it in there, but he should be.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Have y'all played with Output Arcade yet?
No, I haven't.
Brian Oliver, he put the guy's name in here from the 808s, and he put it in here, and I'm still gonna murder it, bro.
Brian. It's
God, I don't want to do this, man, because I'm gonna mess it up.
everybody can read it.
Kurotaro Kaji. Shout out to the guy at Rolling. That's what I'm saying, because I don't want to mess his name up. I don't want to disrespect my homie like that.
He that was 2 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Shout out to him, man.
And he passed away like a couple days before 808. Yeah,
it's crazy. We need more percussion loops.
Okay. Bet. Asking you shall receive.
We need more cowbell.
I've actually been working with Realistic on something.
Hey.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming out. Me and Eno got something else coming out too.
Hey, shout out to Eno.
Next week, as a matter of fact, we got something coming out.
You've heard it here first, guys.
There you go.
New kid.
Yeah.
Any hints?
What this one is, this is going to be like, it's what I call one of those useful kits. It's transitions and sweeps. That's what's coming this Friday. Listen, nothing makes you sound more professional and polished than having some transitions or some sweeps. And nothing ties the parts of your song together better than having some decent transitions.
Get your Take Keith on.
There you go.
Take Keith!
Listen, when you going from your verse to your chorus or something, you're going to need something.
Transition something, a little feel, a little loop, a little something.
Don't just switch up on your listeners just willy-nilly.
You can't do willy-nilly, bro.
Nah, not at all.
Come on, man.
Shout out to my man Willy-nilly.
Shout out to my cousin Willie. Happy belated birthday, Trezor. Hey, appreciate it.
Young Getting the Sage, what up?
The cover art on the 808 pack was dope, Trezor. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Indeed.
Shout out to Young Mary. Mary did that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mary, man.
Mary came through, man. Z Sounds does pay to own like American Musical. Hey, shout out to y'all.
Yeah. I think Z Sound's been doing pay to own since way back in the day. At least on physical products. So, yeah.
He said Willy Wonka's little brother.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. And he said these dudes got kids, bro. We spent a lot of time stocking up, and a lot of the early this year was getting ready for this next year.
Well, we got the system down. That's the thing. We had to learn not only... It's one thing to be able to make it.
Right.
And then it's another thing to be able to sell it. But it's a whole new realm to get your distribution together. Thanks. You know what I mean? It's different levels to it.
As Rick Ross said, I got distribution. I'm like Atlantic. That was it. That was all I had.
Yeah, that's good enough, man.
That was my Rick Ross. That's the best I had.
Bars.
Has anyone tried recording vocals in FL Studio? Bad or good idea?
I'm busy. Has.
Yeah, I think he has a video about it.
He has plenty of videos actually with him doing vocals. Looked like a good idea on all of those.
Yeah. He said your YouTube is turned off, bro. I'm looking at the YouTube. Oh, it did turn off. What? I don't know what's going on out here in these streets.
I don't know, man.
It said the stream is continuing. We back though. That's all that matters. Producers record. Yes, y'all can record in FL.
Yeah, you can record in any DAW. Yeah, if you have audio tracks, you can record.
Yen the Sage said, excited that I've started working on my first EP that's inspired by Sample Genesis. We'll keep you posted.
Hey,
that's right.
Shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much.
Shout out to everybody putting out their own music. You know what I mean? Building their brand up.
There you go.
I think what Beats Music put out something.
He did.
Beats by Jay Black put out something.
He did.
Umami be dropping mixtapes like she a rapper.
You know a trend I see developing, and I'm not mad at it. Like Yen the Sage is doing a joint inspired by Sample Genesis. There been a couple people that are doing whole projects inspired by a sample pack.
Oh, that's fine.
Because Umami did one from Spacewalk. She did a whole Spacewalk EP.
Oh, that's fine.
Somebody else did a Spacewalk EP. And then somebody did an XO2 EP. And now Yen the Sage is doing a Sample Genesis joint.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man.
That's a pretty cool little trend.
Let's see. What is one thing you see most producers aren't doing that they need to do to expand their brand?
Jeez.
One thing that producers aren't doing to expand their brand. I'm trying to think of a really good answer.
Well, I'll just start going off the top as you ponder the deep answer. When it comes to expansion and scaling to me are kind of the same thing. You can't really scale by yourself. So collaborating would be one. Mm-hmm. If you really want to expand your brand, and it might sound counterintuitive because it's your brand, but collaborating or at least building a team will help you out tremendously. And a lot of us don't want to do that, man, because the way I see it, like if you ask somebody like where they see themselves in 5 years or when they accomplish whatever they want to accomplish, the picture they see in their mind is just them.
Right.
Like, I made it. I got platinum albums. Mm-hmm. I did this for that person. The picture in their mind, they're probably never with a group of people.
Right.
It's just them. And I guarantee you, if that's the route that you want to take, that picture in your mind will never happen. Because it'll never be just you if you want to accomplish all these grand things. So, I mean, get with the team, man. You know, expand to expand.
Right. And I'd say, one, I think is knowing your target audience, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like producers, I mean, to a certain extent, we want to impress other producers. They're our peers. We want to look cool. But at the end of the day, bro, it don't matter what other producers think. It's the people who buy these records or the rappers or whoever is the end consumer. So I feel like people need to understand it. Producers aren't my target people. I need to make stuff for the artist, the end consumer. I need to sell songs rather than selling beats. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I think that's what separates people who get more placements and, you know, and work more than the people who just kind of do it as a hobby. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of people also chasing the recognition, like the likes, just the being seen, and they equate that to success. That's not dollars.
That's like the Instagram girl selling the flat tummy tea, but it's like, you know, like, is that really adding to what you're doing right now, Ma?
It's not at all.
It's a means to an ends, but is it really a means to an ends? You know what I'm saying, Ma? You better than that. You know what I mean?
Good use of the word Ma, by the
way. Yo, Ma?
Made it sound official.
Yo, Ma?
But no, but for real, like, yeah, you're right. Producers spend so much time trying to impress their peers because it's easier to do, but that's not your audience.
You're right.
Producers aren't buying beats from producers, so get with some artists. You know what's crazy? Producers try to impress and give quality stuff to their peers, but then they just push beats on artists.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, buy my beats, artists, buy my beats. By the way, producers, check me out. And you kind of like cater to and coddle other producers, and then you just dump on artists.
Which kind of, I guess, relates to something that I wanted to talk about. So the other day, I was reading some comment, and it was like, Trizza hates people who sell beats online. And then I was like, dang, I've been explaining my message wrong if that's what people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I've been saying isn't clear.
You've been exposed.
Yeah, because it's not that I don't hate it. Actually, I think it's a very smart business in a way, right? What I do hate is people being one-sided, right? If you're going to play, again, I always do the basketball analogies, right? If you're a high school student trying to go to the NBA, your path is different than a high school player who's playing for just the school. You get what I'm saying? With the stuff that you're going to do is different. So a lot of people are saying they're going to the NBA, but they playing like they're going to AAU Rec League on Saturday. You get what I'm saying? So that's what my issue is. It's not that you're selling beats. It's that that's the end goal. What's after that? Because soon this is going to change up. So if you're going to do that, use that to get to the next platform. What is the next platform? You probably should know that before you do the first platform.
You probably should. Yeah.
So be entrepreneurs, man. Get out here, get your bread. You know what I mean? But know what this stuff is that you're getting into.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be out here like, I'm selling exclusives and you don't know what exclusives really mean, or you don't know how a lease works. You don't have contracts. You haven't studied. You know what I mean? You're just looking at 3 people that did it, and you're like, oh, I can do it. It's easy.
Once again, emulating the end result of what you see somebody getting. I would say another thing, too, and it's not to sound like demeaning or putting people down, but a lot of people got to stop thinking $100 at a time.
Right.
Now, you may be in a position where you want to make $100 at a time, but, it's kind of like, what is it, shoot for the stars and land on the moon or something like that. Try to put together a plan where you're making thousands or tens of thousands of dollars at a time. If you come from that mindset, you'll make your 100 and all. But it just seems like I just hear a lot of people like, if I could just sell 2 beats this month and get a couple $100, that'll be cool.
Right.
Don't try to get 2 beats. Try to sell 30 beats. What would that process be? That starts your mind thinking in a different way.
producers will become the new artists. TM of 808 Mafia has a project coming out. Facts.
Oh yeah.
Led says, yeah, I got that vibe from Trizza that he don't like producers selling beats online, but I get it now. And I realized, bro, that was probably that if people were taking it that way, that it's probably me explaining it the wrong way.
It was the passion behind it.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I have my Kanye moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I listen to that. It's been like that for a minute. Hedy Slimane joint like a million times. You know, I be feeling it sometimes. The Jameson don't be helping.
No, you gotta lay off. You gotta detox from that, man.
Hey, you know what I mean? It's been like that. And what do you feel is the best way for producers to more cater to their content to artists as opposed to producers?
Really start speaking to artists more. That's the thing. When producers put out stuff, it's usually like the language is geared towards other producers. Mm-hmm. If your intention is to initially speak to artists or say things for art or host things for artists, have contests for artists. You know what I mean? Just the thought process of thinking about artists will make your content a little different.
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like even though it's like how I made this beat, right? Unless you're marketing to producers,
yeah,
ain't no rapper like, bro, you that chord progression,
whoa,
you killed it. They like, bro, where can I download?
Yeah,
is this available?
Is it slapping?
Right.
That's
it. 808 not? That's it.
Yeah.
Splice does pay to own also.
Yeah, they do.
Bro, I'm getting joints off there. I don't be wanting to pay all that money at one time.
No, that's just installments, bro.
Nice. Sometimes plugins is like buying like a hard drive. It's not that fun. You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's not fun. You need it, but it's like, dang, this ain't fun at all. You know what I mean? Also, I'm investing in an MPC X and a Profit X. My dog is out here, young DMX. X gonna give it to you. And an iPad Pro. I've used laptops, etc. In your professional opinion, is it necessary to have a laptop with a plethora? I like he used that word, and I read that correctly.
He knows what he's doing.
Right, of plugins, or is it minimal enough?
Definitely minimal. Coming from a point of having all the plugins in the world and only using 5 to having 5 plugins and using them all, you want to be minimal and treat your hardware good. You don't want to have a hardware that's bloated, just bloated with plugins that never get used, just taking up space. And minimal is always better. You know, you want to scale down, keep it slim.
Master of a few. You know what I mean? Master those couple things you got. And,
there you go.
You know what I mean? Don't have. Well, Oracle's like a G. Oracle's the exception. He's the only person that can have all this equipment and know.
Yeah, but it's kind of for a reason.
But even still, you've even turned down from this. This used to be way crazier.
Oh, Slim, dude, I got more equipment sitting somewhere else than I do right here. And when it comes down to it, I just unplug these 3 plugs, and this is all I need. I'm good. I'm out of here.
And a lot of your stuff is like not redundant, but it's for convenience. Like those keyboards everywhere. It's like if you feel like playing there, feel like playing.
Yeah, if you look at all my stuff, first of all my stuff is samplers. And it doesn't come with sounds, so you know it's a hardware piece that's pads, and then there'll be a keyboard under it, so I can play the keys with it.
Facts. That's cool when people use the pack as inspiration. You get to hear all the different styles and same sounds. That's dope. It's cool, man, because a lot of times I don't expect people to flip loops the way they do.
That'd be the best.
I'd be like, I never thought about doing it that way. So it's cool just seeing, you know what I mean, like the thought process and how different people take different stuff and the influence from where they come from, how that makes something a different sound. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I also think it's genius. Now, if you take a pack, the pack has a theme already, and you make a project out of it. Your project has a theme.
That's to me, that's one of the hardest part of making a project.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Diego asks, says collabing is key for a fast and successful career.
Hey,
shout out to Diego, who we just closed a business deal literally right before the live started because we collaborated. So shout out to my brother, man. That's what you gotta do, man. We all collaborate. Oracle and Diego work together. Me and Diego work together. We all bounce ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You share network and create ideas. Also, you could steal their plugin arsenal. That's facts. I definitely stole all of Diego's plugins.
That's a fact.
Facts. Understood. Aren't we all artists? Yeah.
In a sense, but when artists is a group of people that you as a producer need to sell to or depend on for your livelihood, then we're not all in the same game.
It's like if you're a dance hall artist performing at a country festival.
Right.
You got the wrong crowd, bro.
There you go.
They all like art. They all like music. They all like the same.
Don't we all like music?
Yeah,
right.
but
you gotta start drawing the lines.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna. But that goes down to knowing your audience. Because if you look around and you think that you're all alike, you could be missing the differences, and you miss where to target. You know.
Niche down.
Listen, man. If you're a sniper, your goal is to not shoot at people. It's to shoot at the right people, right? Or else you making some unnecessary kills and you're bad at your job.
Snake!
Whoa, is Metal Gear reference?
That was a Metal Gear reference. You know what I mean?
Points.
Thank you.
Nice one.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
I was going to do the Call of Duty, like, good job. But I felt the Snake would be a better one. Let's see. What else can you do other than EQ to remove kick and snare out of a sample? Find all I'm doing is cutting out the low end and the mids.
That's really it, man. I'll be honest with you. There's probably some things that you can do, like you could do like some phase shifting and all that stuff. But keeping it real, the sample is what the sample is. You know, don't become like a girlfriend that gets with a guy and tries to change everything about him. Like, no, you gotta like what you started with, and you can take off the lows and cut that, and then just learn how to make those part of whatever you're doing. Make them work with whatever you're trying to do.
And you can sidechain too. I sidechain like to take the snares out.
Sidechaining is cool.
Yeah, especially with snares, like on a 2 and a 4, you can sidechain it and it'll duck that part out. So when you put your snare over top of it, that one isn't as, I was gonna say visible, but audible. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm thinking about it in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you see music.
Yeah,
if you see music, it's not
see
visible,
sounds.
man. I see sounds.
One fish, two fish.
Red fish, blue fish.
How do you feel about farts processed in gross beat? I have 30 new organic fart samples, all processed. Hit your boy up.
No.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You rock with that. You be the master of the fart genre.
Hey, that's all you, my dog. I feel bad for whoever's got to get on that microphone.
Yeah.
After you.
I personally am not into funk, but you do your thing.
Hey, shout out to you and the Parliament Funkadelics. You
Yes,
know what I mean? Find your sound, be different, and market it.
Young Illicita, what up?
Illicita, what up? When I quit my job, I'll be able to tune in every Friday, I promise. Oh, I'll write you a note and just tell your boss that it's cool. We need Fridays off at this time.
That'll work.
What are you going to say?
You're fired.
That or probably no, but I mean, I tried.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Who'd you give my home address to that's mailing me at home?
It's like the line in Wood Harris. It says, in Paid in Full, dude says his girl as he tosses a roll of hundreds. What about this is cool? I messed that all up.
Yeah, I missed the context.
I probably messed that all up.
It's all good. Paid in Full was on the other day. I was watching that joint, but I kept seeing Makai Pfeiffer crying. I had to turn it off. It just wasn't working. It wasn't working for me, man.
Understanding ups and downs, go hard, pave your lane. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you work in music, it's going to be downs.
That's a fact.
And it's going to be ups. And the ups is really, really up.
Yeah.
And downs is really, really down.
Yeah.
So your job is to figure out how to keep it in the middle.
Yeah, just knowing that there will be ups and downs, I figure the thing that you want to control is the length and span of time of each of those things. You want to keep your downs really short. You want to keep your ups really long.
And, you know, we were talking about Ray J, right? So Ray J had that Ray J hat challenge, and everybody's going crazy on the internet. Literally, bro, that same day he had a website up. He had hats up selling Ray J hats, right?
Yeah.
And that comes from, at some point, he messed up somewhere. And he realized he didn't capitalize on something. And so now he knows. So as soon as something happened, he was on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the music industry. You got to kind of learn, either you learn from somebody else or you learn from your experience of, this is going to go wrong.
Yeah. He learned the, now you stay ready, you know how to get ready.
Facts.
Yeah.
Make music for the feeling, you know, then you'll win.
There's some truth to that.
Some, yeah.
Well, that comes with, it helps you be authentic and not chase a sound.
It's hard to be on camera and do a lot of stuff when you're not being really yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not really feeling the music, I feel like other people can pick that up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it helps.
That's true.
But then, just because you feel the music, some people, I'm sure Lil B feels his music like hell.
Now, how's his fan base?
But it is crazy, dog.
That's what
Dog.
it comes down to. If your fan base is crazy, you could be whacked to 90% of the world. But just think about it. If 10% of the world loved you, 90% of the world can hate you, and you're still killing.
I can't front, dog. It's like 3 Lil B songs I love, bro. Like, I love One Time Soup, bro. That's like one of my favorite songs in life.
See, you're one of those people, but there's some people that love every song he puts out. I feel like Lil B's like Jeff Bezos. Just want 5% of all transactions globally.
That's it.
That's a lot.
Qualo here, all the way from South Africa.
Hey, shout out South Africa. I feel like we only use 2 sound effects now, too.
I know.
Wow.
Bruh.
I'm gonna bring the bro out. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Somebody gonna say something bro worthy.
Oh, you already know.
Diego Ave says some guy asked me to sell him an exclusive track. He said he only can pay $150. I told him, would you go to Gucci and say, I want to pay Marshall's prices? That's facts.
That is a fact.
Shoot, I wish it worked like that.
Yeah. See, Diego, and I'm gonna ask Diego personally. Did you want to not be arrogant, but hit the? Do you know who I am?
Right.
Kind of like just check me out a little bit, and then you might feel a little bit crazy about what you're saying.
I would have just took a picture with all my Grammys in the back if I was Diego and just sent it to him.
Yeah, but it's people like that, like they don't understand. I'm like, you're out here nickel and diamond, and it seems to me too. And I was talking to you about this yesterday. Artists are the last group of people to get that you have to spend money and invest in your craft to be successful.
Right.
Producers seem to get it. Producers go out, we buy gear, we buy sounds. Like, you're going to spend a couple $1,000 to be the best at which artists still seem to be the only group of people like, I could do this all for free. And you look crazy because you don't learn your business. You don't put yourself in a position to realize you have to spend money. So you never up your skills to make money.
Right.
And you just lost.
Right.
And then you end up hitting Grammy Award winning producers like, I only have $150.
Right.
Because you don't understand who you can hit in your price range.
Facts.
And you think your 150 is maxing out. Artists, gotta get your shit together.
Facts.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Ain't nobody out here playing with y'all.
Trizza, but as a man who coaches high school football, there are more ways to get to the pros. D1, D2, JC to DC. I mean D1, JC to overseas. In that metaphor, there's more than one way, which I agree. In my metaphor, it is more than one way. But what I'm saying is, all those things you mentioned, all those different leagues, it's steps that you got to do. It's certain criteria you got to reach to get to those things. You're not just going overseas if you trash. You get what I'm saying? You're not just going overseas. You got to have some kind of skill, some kind of, to get to these, you got to audition. You got to show up to certain stuff. So all I'm saying is, you can't play, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't play a certain way and then expect those results.
What's the fact?
So if you're just putting beats up online and just think that magically I'm going to get to Drake, then you're fooling yourself.
You're like, I'm going to put these beats online and then I'm going to start selling to this tier of people.
Yeah.
You have to have a strategy, a realistic strategy.
You got to think of what's after the beats. You know what I'm saying? If you, dog, we talk about it all the time. Kits is one part of a humongous idea. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
it's
see,
one little part.
I think you mentioned a phrase right there that most people don't even think. What's after the beats? A lot of producers are like, what do you mean? What's after the beats? And I'm always like, are you going to be 60 years old selling beats online to artists for $100 a piece?
Facts.
In your mind, that sounds crazy as hell. So your strategy should be somewhere where you're just elevating through the process so you're not caught in a certain position because you're going to quit. You're going to realize you're at a certain point in life and what you're doing is not matching up to the point in life that you're at. You need a strategy that's going to take you from hundreds of dollars to $1,000, $10,000 to the millions. And a lot of people in their mind, they're like, yo, I'm just going to sell beats online until I'm dead.
Right.
Yo, the average lifespan of the American right now is 83 years old. Are you going to be 82 years old selling beats online? I don't think you are. So what's your strategy?
Or at least if you're going to sell beats online, what is your strategy to get you to whatever your goal is for when you're 82? You get what I'm saying? You have to figure out, like, it's got to be something. It can't just be that, though. That's what I'm saying. If you're just depending on that, then... And if you're 15, 16, if you're starting out, you're new, easiest barrier to entry, do that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it. But just, again, if you're talking about being... People message me, I want to work with Drake. I want to work with this person. I want to be a serious producer. Yo, stop. We don't sell... If you're trying to get into that, we don't sell beats. We sell songs. It's a different game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're playing a different game and then trying to get... Like I'm saying... You play a different game trying to get to the NBA. It's a different sport.
There you go.
You know what I mean? You're not following the rules.
So it's nothing wrong with doing that, but at least having that thought process of, okay, I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. You'll sell beats online, but you won't stop at that thought process. You're like, all right, I'm going to do this for X amount of time, but what's my next plan? Because having that one-step strategy won't ever make your brain say, what's the next thing? You won't have a next thing. Until you need a next thing, and then by then, you probably...
It's too late.
Yeah, it's going to be way too late.
And that's like, bro, I'm telling you, from experience, I had all right, I didn't think about what happened afterwards, and then I hit a point, and I was just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And bro, it took me like 2 years to figure that out. I had to like get everything back together.
Yeah.
I had to figure out, like, get confident again. I had to, figure out the business system, a structure. That's a lot of, 2 years is a lot of time, bro.
And also, during that time, the game is constantly changing.
It's changing.
Too. Yeah, so you can't make a strategy for the game from when you started. You got to make a strategy from where you at now. As a person that got his shit together with this later than usual, I had to mash the gas to catch up. Because I'm like, wow, I just didn't know. And so that's how I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you got to make a strategy for right now. Like, this is going to rock for a year, 2 years. Then I'm going to have to switch up to this. I'm going to have to jump to this, that. You got to do it. And you got to be conscious of when you're ready to make your switch to your next thing. The game might be different. So you can't have a set in stone play. You got to have a set in stone thought process. So, like, when I'm ready to make the switch, how am I going to think to adapt to wherever the game is now?
Facts. Super facts. Kanye's new Poopity Scoop kit. This is the same guy who was talking about the farts. Bro, I don't know what you're into, bro, but...
There's some trolls in this house.
All right, good luck with... They always seem to have a common thing, and good luck with that. You know what I mean? You might need to...
Hey, man, look. Hey, third grade me is loving you right now.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but, you know.
Adult, grown.
Yeah, it's kind of some people here that... You're kind of starting to waste other people's time at this point.
David, I'm starting to get sorted. Oh, okay. Strategy is building 1,000 loyal fans.
Yep. Kevin Kelly, 1,000 True Fans.
Great book.
Ever since my first interview with Busy Works Beats, I've been preaching that strategy and working on that strategy.
Facts. Damn, love that quote. We don't sell beats, we sell songs. Bro, you think about Metro, you think about Mike Will, you think about Murder Beats, bro. If that Fifi record with Tekashi 6ix9ine,
oh yeah,
it's Tekashi, Murder Beats, Nicki Minaj. He's selling the song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's the whole thing. He's putting these plays together. DJ Khaled sells you a song.
Right. He's
not selling you a beat. The beat is one part of a bigger thing.
Once again, in your mind, you can't be the only person in your winning scenario.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely.
To sell a song, it's more than you. Most people, that's why they're like, I sell beats, because it's only you.
Imagine. Hold on, I'm about to.
Dragons?
Hold on. This guy's just a little. Let me remove him. Thank you. All right, cool. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, even like, I'm sure Big Los could tell you something about it, but like being an artist, right? If I drew handmade paintings from scratch each time, it's a cap on how far I could go with that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I literally have to make each painting. You know what I'm saying? And then I will have to sell it, and then I will have to deal with the customer, right?
Right.
If you think about every business, everybody's a part of one job, and they handle that well, and then the next person. Maybe you get somebody who handles 2 or 3, but it's never
just one person doing because you're a conveyor belt. But when you're doing what you do well, you can pass it on and then get back to doing what you do well. And the thing is, too, if there are things that you don't do well, you should definitely have other people doing them. Or have a team, somebody who's better than you at doing certain things, have them doing that. And even if there is one or two things that you do exceptionally well,
Right.
realize you should still not be the person doing them forever. Eventually, you're going to want to free yourself up from even doing the things that you're good at. So you can start going to other business ventures, getting into other things that you may be good at as well. Like, that's one of those. It's easy to stop doing something that you're not good at, but it's hard to stop doing something that you are good at just because you've always been good at it.
Right.
You could be holding yourself down from being, making some type of progress because you're good at something. So you're like, this is me who has to do this all the time.
Oh, shit.
And that's not necessarily true.
That IG giant roll up on your ass.
Damn, we out of here on the IG.
Keep rolling.
YouTube, we're still here. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta make this crunchy ice sound real quick.
Keep crunching.
I knew that was gonna happen.
no, baby, what are you doing?
Oh, damn, no.
Smoking Ace says, I don't know if you saw the question. How do you go about collaborating when you're not in the studio together? Are you sending beats that you're sort of stuck on? Send just some chords, ideas?
Yep. So, yeah, all of the above, bro.
Yeah,
Internet, bro. A lot of times, I make a beat, I make an idea, I'll collect all and save because I use Ableton, and then now I'm trying to track out the beat as soon as I make it. After I finish it, I track it out because somebody, you might hit me and be like, yeah, I need the stems for it. Diego might hit me and be like, I need this, so I'm going to work on this.
Oh, yeah, you always want to track out.
So I send out the idea. You know what I'm saying? They hit me and be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I want this record. Let me work on this joint. I send them the stems. Most time Wave. If they use Ableton, sometimes I freeze everything and let them have a session.
Yep.
And they free to change whatever.
That's always the best.
I don't. If you look at that video with me and Busy, I encourage Busy to change what I do, right? Because that's what's gonna make it a collab. That's what makes. If I just do one side and he does one side, it's not a really. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to tweak what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like change it. I don't care, bro. I'm not. It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just gonna make it better.
As long as it's dope, I don't care. So that's the rule, man. That's how I would say collab. Send stuff, man. Send them stems. It's easy when you know the person.
Yeah, and it's also easy now with technology.
Facts.
As the ESPN song says, internet. You know?
That was a good one.
Appreciate it.
I enjoyed that one.
Appreciate it, bro.
That was I wasn't expecting it. That was another one that just kind of went by me for a second. I had to like think about it. Ooh, who's texting? Ooh, and my computer's about to go dead. So
It's the bag.
The bag, secure. I like to write hooks for references on my beats before I send them. I send one with the hook and one without the hooks. Do you think this approach works for getting records chosen or placed?
It can. However, are you great at writing hooks, or do you just write hooks? Because, like, I would encourage you to get with a writer that's just crazy at writing hooks. A Joe Hooker, if you will, but better than Joe Hooker.
I dare you to smoke with me.
They don't know. They don't know who that is.
No, they don't know about Joe Hooker.
No.
Please don't research Joe Hooker. You'll waste your time. But no, honestly, but that's what I'm going with, because you're doing two jobs. That's the thing. So imagine how much stuff you could turn over if you just did the beats, turn them over to somebody that wrote the hooks.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just works. I'm encouraging people, or we're encouraging people, think outside of yourself. It's a team. It's a team thing.
Facts.
Everything that's ever been anything of substance that has lived on past someone's physical life, it was because there was a team there. Facts. There was a strategy, there was a system, and there was a team. If you don't have those three things, when you die, everything dies with you.
Super facts. Because who gonna know about it?
And who can do it?
Super facts.
If it's just you. That's what I'm saying. If you're really good at something and you're the person on the team that does that thing, you should eventually free yourself up from doing that thing, because you're not infinite. And if when you're out of here, that part of the thing just collapses.
That's like with on Shark Tank, that dude, what's the name? Mr. Wonderful?
Kevin, yeah.
He's always like, what if you go and you get hit by a bus? What are we gonna do? Bro, it's the same thing. Like, if you're the only creative in the situation, you get hit by a bus, bro, it's a wrap.
Tristan, no, I talk like that all the time now. I mean, because that's a fact. Like, otherwise, you're kind of being selfish.
Facts.
And everybody wants to talk about building legacies and long-living businesses and all this stuff. That's how you got to think if you really want to do that. Because shit, you get pneumonia, your whole legacy idea is out the window. You're done. Yeah.
That video with Busyworks Beats and Trizza went in. My name is Halftime. I never thought of the halftime hi-hats. Oh, yeah.
What?
God, that's...
Halftime hi-hats is...
The shiz.
Yeah, halftime is
The
the
shiz. The
shit.
shiz. Shout out to Young Halftime, though. Always support it, man.
Yes, sir.
Do you think tats all over your face and body can impact people on doing business with producers?
What's the genre? What's your audience?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big... If you Southside from 808 Mafia, I think his crowd, they don't really have an issue with his face tattoos.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you're Dr. Luke and you got a face tattoo, it's probably not good for business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're trying to be the the conductor for the Philharmonic,
Right.
yeah, your face tattoos are going to be a problem.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly. How do you build a team when... Oh, I lost my...
Oh, Trizza, Sound Oracle. How do you build a team when you really can't afford to pay people right now? I'm willing to quid pro it though. Quid pro quo it. Sorry.
Well, a lot of times, and honestly, most of the time when you're building a team, it's people with a similar vision, and you all are working towards something. But there are teams and team members that do get paid. But if you're not in a position to pay people right now, you got to get creative with how you build your team. And if you don't have the money right now, one of the best things that you can do is pay attention to what other people want. You may be able to provide or at least help them get what they want. Outside, there are other ways to pay for things than money.
Thanks.
You know, before money existed, there was the barter system. That worked very well for a long, long time. And it still does. So it's about being on the same page, man, and it's about knowing what people want. You might not be able to provide them with the actual dinero, but you can help them get closer to what they want. And if you get a chance to know people, you'll find out a lot of people want things over money.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Bro, perfect example. I wanted to know sound design. Oracle wanted to know about e-commerce. Nah, it worked out perfect. Perfect time. And I was like,
There you go.
You want to know about this? Bro, I can help you all day.
Right.
And you like, yo, bro, you want sound design? I can do this all day.
Exactly. I'm like, money. It's not about the money.
You're right.
I want to know I want the knowledge.
Because you can make the money off of it now. That's what it goes back to the topic before of knowing what you want out of something.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's the thing. See, because we're conditioned to think that money is the only thing that everybody wants, or money is the only way to get things.
Money is a MIDI keyboard. It's just a tool, bro.
That's what money is a tool. It's a damn hammer and a screwdriver. But what are you building?
So if you over here looking at the MIDI keyboard hoping it's gonna save you, unless you put it on the work, unless you hit them chords right, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna save you.
There you go.
So that's how I look at money, and yeah, I think, man, you just gotta find like-minded people. That's why, again, going to these events, these mastermind groups, it's not just about like feedbacking your beats and learning stuff. It's about meeting other people that's on the same path as you, probably the same age, probably the same circumstances, and y'all all going through this together.
Right.
They're probably more likely to try to join together. Like I seen like IDK and Yin, they be rolling together. I see like Fly for No Reason, Classic, Beats Music,
Umami and Trap Jammer Yoshi,
Awareness. They all click together.
Shout out to our community.
Yeah. And they're all just people from the podcast who met other people from the podcast, and then they just click together. You know what I mean?
There you go. The people that work with SoundOracle.net, work with UnQuantized Podcast, the ProducerKit.com, came from the community.
I'm literally looking on YouTube, and they're over here talking about collabing. They're over here exchanging info. Bro, this is what it's about.
That's what it's about. And you don't realize how much there could be something that you really need or something that you really suck at. And another person you meet, they're great at that, but they suck at what you're good at.
Facts.
Me and you have that conversation all the time.
Me and Oracle are like the opposites, which it works out.
Oh, perfect.
I'm like the super artsy, like spaced out guy, and Oracle's very like structured and business and technical, but it works because I can think of ideas and Oracle can make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it works out. If he needs something creative wise, I can think of it.
Right.
If I need something like how do I make this better?
Yeah.
Oracle, I literally call him all the time like, yo, bro, I figured this out. Where do I go from here?
It kind of boils down to, can you build the thing and I can sell the thing?
Right.
Or something like that all the time. You're gonna need that. That's really what it's all about.
And it's just again, it's like working with a bunch of people, trying a bunch of stuff. Like we didn't think that we were gonna do a podcast. We didn't think any of this. We just kind of doing stuff and just
works.
Just trying.
Yeah. But it's not like either one of us paid the other one to do the. No, it's just working in the same direction, being good at what you're good at, and figuring it out.
It's easier when both people are getting something, and you have to think more importantly about what that person's getting out of it, right? If you can't find a manager, bro, if you're not making money, nobody's gonna manage you.
That's a fact.
Because who want to do all that work for the free ski unless you're super talented, and then they would take the risk because they'll work all spec,
right?
But that's because they believe in you. So it's either you got to make them believe or you got to give them some money.
That's true.
And I feel like too, something that's not talked about. It don't take a lot of money for somebody to be honest, in this music stuff, not many people are making money, bro. You know what I mean?
No.
People act like they're making money, but a lot of these people aren't making money. So
it's based on acting.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you could get somebody even just some money, something, or at least give them something for their time, people appreciate it, bro. People got lives, so it's like, bro, at least just give them something for their time, make sure they cool.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta pay to play, man. You gotta put money in to get in certain stuff.
I didn't realize that until got to a certain point and you start bringing people on. You're like, look, I can pay this. People's first response is like, you can pay,
right?
Because nobody's paying,
right?
So you're right. In an industry where everyone acts like they're making money and everybody talks like they're making money, no one's making money. It's crazy.
Smoking Ace says, I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a do-it-yourself guy, but listening to you guys has definitely opened up my perspective on that.
I was the same way, and that's one of the reasons why I started late.
Thanks.
And if you're good at what you do, and you think that's the only part of what has to be done, that will hinder you. That hindered me for years, dog.
Right.
Like making beats, making sound. I'm dope at that.
Right.
I don't need help with that. I didn't realize there were other parts of things that I'm not good at.
You need somebody dope at selling. You need somebody dope at marketing and putting your brand
You need
out
somebody
there.
that knows what I need to know.
In fact, you need somebody. You need a coach.
All that.
Dog, basketball players got coaches. Football players got coaches, bro. You need somebody that's telling you, because it's hard to look at something from the inside. If you're doing it and you're trying to evaluate, it's hard.
Yeah.
From the outside, somebody can be like, bro, take a step to the right. Bro, stop emailing like that, bro. Send 3 beats rather than 20.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's easy to figure that out with somebody else looking. So you need that team, and you need to know what a team consists of.
I encourage anybody out here to find me one person that is massively successful and they're the only person doing it. Everything. You'll never find that person because it does not exist. So now think about your approach to like, it's just me. And then think about how far you can get. You're going to cap out easy. You're probably capping out now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right, your team should be willing to build with you from the ground up. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If you'll find those people and then you'll have to pay some people.
If you go to a tech startup, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not about to just work there for the free ski, bro. You need something.
Yeah. And you might not want people on your team building with you the entire way.
Right.
You might just need them for a moment or for a season. That's when paying really helps.
Oh yeah.
Like, look, I just, I'll pay you
done.
for this, and I need this one off, or I may need to come back to you every now and again. But you don't want to sit and be spending Thanksgiving and building with this person and all that stuff forever. It don't work like that with everybody.
And I'm telling you, when people say it takes money to make money, I didn't understand it until I got older. But it really, bro, and if people respect, it's a different respect. It's a different way people treat you if you treat it like business. If you treat stuff like a business, like for example, we're trying to do something with Busy, right? People brought up something. We like, all right, we're gonna do it. Dog, we send them a proposal. Dog, me and Busy are friends. We call each other. I still treat him like this is a business deal.
It's business.
Because it's a business deal. It's separate. We're friends outside of this.
Yeah.
But during this part, it's business. And I don't want to play with how the business. I don't want him to think that I'm slacking. Because if I treat it like it's serious, he's gonna treat it serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not homeboy. Hey, homeboy. Let's. No. It's real business. Here's the proposal. Here's the splits. Here's what.
Treat it like business. They gonna treat it like business.
There you go, bro.
see. I do multiple genres, basically creating whatever I feel like. Should I double down on one type or of genre for the sake of branding, or should I keep exploring genres as I am right now?
I think you're overthinking that. Yeah. I came in the game with Polo and Tim. What genres did they produce? Whatever they felt like. They did what they were good at. And with you, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. What do people respond the best to? It could be both genres or however many genres you do. The thing is, you do what you love. You do what you're good at. Then you see the response to the individual things that you do, and you double down on what gets you the results.
Facts.
Instead of pigeonholing yourself before you know the results of everything.
Facts. You got to test.
Yeah.
No, literally what changed my life, bro, I made a beat. I remember the demo. The song was called On the Prowl, right? My homeboy wrote it, right? And it was the tempo was different. It's very like percussive. It was a different vibe that I ever made a beat, right? We cut a demo, and everybody loved this one beat. This is years ago. This is like when I first moved to Atlanta. Everybody loved this beat, bro. So ever since then, I would pay attention to that tempo, bro, and I would just basically remix this same beat, right, and make different variations and figure out my joint. So I figured out how to flip that 1,000,000 times. Then there'd be another beat that I make and people go crazy. I would figure out how to flip that 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, this is my shit.
Double down on what works.
It's
tested. Also the same formula to developing your sound.
Facts.
The things that you do, man, I love when you do your hi-hats like this.
Right.
And 10 people tell you that, you're like, oh, that's my thing. I'm going to do that.
Exactly.
No matter what I'm doing, I'm going to throw that in there. And people are like, oh, that's part of his sound. So when I hear the hi-hats do the thing, I know that's such and such.
I was talking to my brother, and we was talking about like the Neptunes and why they used the clav.
Yeah.
And like in the early days, it was because they didn't have a guitar. And then people were like, oh, I like this. They like, all right. You know what I mean? Like, all right, go.
Okay, sure.
And they made a career off using a corny, cheap clavinet sound.
Yeah. Hey, I had an idea to use some gaming shit with motion to make beats with, put out a video with it. People loved it. Guess what?
And try to bottom boys up and didn't know how to use it.
Exactly.
Another reason of knowing what you're supposed to do with something before you do it.
That's the thing. But I had an organic reason for using it.
Yeah.
I wasn't copying. But that's the thing. So now people kind of associate that with me or certain things. It's just doing things and then paying attention to the feedback and doubling down on the results.
Shout out to you because you put that in retirement too. You was like, I'm off that.
I want to move on to different things. Listen, that's another thing too. You can do something and you could be good at it, but you may be good at other things. You got to retire some things. I've done it. I think we can all agree. I fucking nailed it. Thank you. But no, in all seriousness though, you got to retire those things and explore other things. You could always do it. There's history of you doing it. Everybody knows you can do it. What else can you do? Come on.
Young Brothers Music says, how does a producer that is an artist learn how to turn down their artistry in order to allow themselves to express themselves? So I guess, like, how do you get it out your own way as a producer artist?
Is this a business thing or how do I not overthink it type thing?
I feel like a little bit of both. I mean, for me, I think the answer is it's the team thing. You got to have people around you because, again, it's hard looking at yourself and being like, oh, you need to do this.
That's true. And whatever you think of whatever you're doing is wrong. Well, I'm not going to say it's wrong, but it's not 100% accurate of what it is. When you have other people involved, and it also removes stress from it. You know, because is this right? Or am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? When you splitting the duties and the responsibilities and the creative process with people, it relieves a lot of stress, and you don't tend to overthink things, and you don't really have to get out of your way.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is when you listen to yourself, it's like Beats by Dre. They're a little colors, a little distorted. It's not really what reality is.
That's facts.
But then occasionally you meet those people who are like NS10s.
Yeah.
They're very clear, straight to the point.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
When you look in the mirror, you may see a 7. Chances are,
you might be a 5.5.
You're probably a 5. Or a 9. Depending on if you're half full, half empty, whatever guy.
Yeah.
Either way, whatever you see is not what it is.
What y'all may be saying? He always says a really good thing about like what is it? You know what I'm talking about. It's about like you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as
bad as they say you are. Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
The squad can reach out to me. Oh, yeah, that's messages. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all collabo.
Nice.
As someone that studies urban styles and today's top grossing music, it's been very, very difficult to bypass the pride issues and the ego in the artist when looking for that artist.
Oh, he's having artist problems.
Well, here's the thing that it took me a long time to realize. If you're in the music business, you're in a business. You don't make cakes. If someone's a cake decorator, they're not like, bro, I'm not feeling this cake, bro.
That's true.
They're not like, I'm not feeling this, bro. Like, they're making the record. So if you're in the music industry, if you're going for placements, it's not about what you want to do necessarily. It's kind of like your interpretation of what it is, and then you hope that it translates. You know what I'm saying?
Very good.
But you kind of just got to put it out there, and you got to try it. The thing is, you can't say I have a problem with an artist and don't try it. You got to work and then try it. At least see.
Explore.
And then if it don't work, keep it pushing. Bro, you know how many artists I've worked with, did projects with, collab with, and nothing came from it?
Yeah. But you gotta keep going.
Because you're not going to know who you like to work with until you know who you don't want to work with.
Yeah. And egos don't not do stuff because of fear of people. This is a creative thing. Mm-hmm. You're going to run into egos with people in general in life. Creative people and artists? Oh, God.
I'm looking for a committed rap artist in Los Angeles. What is the best way to find an up-and-coming artist? Where do artists go? Where are artists be?
There you go. Do you know other producers that might know artists like that?
Is it shows with artists, like new artists going to be there? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go to them shows and see who's popping.
There you go.
Atlanta has all these shows with these young rappers that, you know, they trying to pop off. Bro,
there you go.
You see one of them, you like, I like him.
The internet is full of them.
Yeah.
The best way to find them is look with both eyes open at all times.
Go on YouTube. Go on SoundCloud and listen to music and find people that you like.
Reach out.
And email them. Say, yo, I like your music.
What's up?
Could we collab? Let me send you a couple beats. If you like it, let's work something out.
There you go.
Not cool. Keep it pushing.
Don't just send them a link, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do that about 500 times.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I think people think the amount of like what you have to do is inaccurate. Like lifting weights, I think sometimes people think you either got to do crazy reps or like you do like 3 reps, right? But it's really about doing the rep very correctly and in the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's the form, the technique.
The basics. It is the strategy. Mm-hmm. If we named our episodes, the strategy would probably be somewhere in the title. But yeah, it's the strategy. It's knowing how to do things.
So I'm going to read this question and I'm going to answer it and then I'm going to take a nature. It says, would you guys work with an artist that you're not a fan of musically?
Yeah.
Find you another question over here.
Yeah, I've done that several times. But here's the thing. That's almost bordering. that's almost bordering on discrimination. Here's the thing: if you're in the process or you're in the business of selling music, or say you sold cakes, you're not gonna be like, "Yo, I'm not gonna sell you a cake just because I'm not a fan of your outfit or your accent or something like that." You know what I mean? You gotta put the business and the goal ahead of your personal preference. So I've done songs with major artists that either I was not a fan of or I just never heard their music before. Like I knew who they were, but I just never listened to their music. But that didn't make me say like, oh, I don't want to work with this person or I don't want to do anything with that person. It didn't matter to me. You wanted what I had, and I was grateful. I was grateful for it. And my goal was to get the placement, was to get the money, was to get the whatever I was getting out of it. It doesn't matter how I personally feel about you. And I think you should kind of watch out for your personal biases against things that I would say are minor when you'll end up just cutting off the total goal or the total place that you have to go. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. And this screen over here is totally messing up. So hold tight. Bambizzle. All right. So last year, artists, is that artists or I think it was musicians, Oh yeah, 12% of the $4 billion guaranteed last year, and most of the money was from touring. Yeah, that's true. I don't think that was a question, but yeah, that's true. All right. Expansion includes blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Hold up. Oh, wait. Real quick. I'm going to touch on something before I start answering this other question. When Twizzle comes back. Here's a crazy issue. A lot of us as producers are... How can I put this? A lot of people aren't... Here you go. And tell me if you feel me on this. A lot of people aren't building their strategy or their goal or whatever they're building. A lot of people aren't building that based with them in mind. And I guess it goes back to emulating somebody else's end result. Because here's the thing. When I started, I wanted to be a Tim or a Polo.
Right.
And then I got with them, and then I realized I saw their everyday life, and I was like,
I don't like this.
Holy shit, I do not want to do this at all. And I just think that's something that we're not taught as producers, or we're not taught as creatives. Like, you're building up, because if you see somebody doing something and they have a stack of money in their hand and they're smiling, that's what you wanted. You didn't want to do the things that they had to do to get that. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I think that needs to be talked about a lot more, and that needs to be taught to people. Like, learn yourself first. Learn the things that you're cool with, learn the things that you're not cool with, the things you're averse to, and then build your overall strategy or plan your overall goals from that point.
Right.
Dog, I almost fucked my life up just basing off that.
Right.
But thankfully, just by faith, I happened to get with the very people that I was idolizing.
Right.
To realize, like, stuff. But then I looked around, and I still look around, and I see all of these people. Think about how many people you see saying they want to be a Metro, or they want to be a this, that, and the third. You gotta be built for that shit. Number one,
but have no idea what Metro's been through, or like, or
what you have to go through on a regular basis,
or even just how much it is to keep this stuff afloat, bro. Like, it's one thing to get on, man, but to keep this going, do you know how much work is involved in that? How much stuff you gotta maintain?
How many people you have to pay?
It's a lot, bro.
Listen, I think Jeezy said it in whatever the last album was. Shout out to the Carters. Everybody want to be a boss till basically to them invoices got to be paid. And you got to pay for that office, and then nobody wants to think about that. Yo, I'm a boss, and I make money. Everybody, the end result is like that picture that they see at the end. They're just making. Nowhere in your mind, in that end result of you making it, where you at the end, you're not paying anybody in that picture of your mind. You're just taking. Listen, man, it takes a lot. You got to do a real self-evaluation, or you could really be heading in a direction that you're not built for, and you're gonna have to pivot halfway through.
Facts. Just be man, no DJ. What up, man?
What up, brother?
Shout out to my brother in here. Let's see. Smoking Aces says, "What was it about the time with Tim and Polo that made you change your path?"
So me, I'm more of a, I'm not gonna use the introvert term, but kind of introverted, kind of a private guy. You know what I mean? But it's the constant traveling to everywhere, having to, when you really don't feel like having to wake up at 6 a.m. and do this interview or answer this question a million times that you don't even want to answer, or having to deal with certain types of people that you just loathe. You loathe these types of people, but you have to encounter them 10, 12 times a week. Or it's a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff, honestly, is stuff that I can't even speak on. But it's just things that I'm like, holy shit, I did not know that you would have to do this every day or every week, or the things that you have to deal with, the things that people around you, your family, will have to deal with. You know, like, you don't think about any of that because you see nice car, nice house, nice money.
Everybody want to be a rapper, so the paparazzi pull up on them, and then their family, they all in there. You know what I'm saying? Then
you
you're like, dang, I ain't think about this side of it.
Yep. So if you had a neighbor and he had a mansion and constant money and he was home 23 hours a day just chilling, and you're like, damn, what do you do? He's like, I just work I just work 1 hour a day, and the rest of the day I'm just chilling. I'm a millionaire. You be like, shit, I want to do that. But if you found out for that hour a day he had to get tased and bit by sharks for an hour,
Like, damn.
you're like, oh shit.
Is this Austin Powers with the sharks with the lasers?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you just don't know what it is. That shit really changed my mind, and it really made me pivot, and that's how I ended up doing kind of what I'm doing now. Because before that, selling beats, that was my thing.
Right. Same here.
Selling beats.
Bro, I was all about selling beats. Now I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I got to do that still. I got to make beats, huh? All right. Not that I don't love it, but it's different now.
Right, yeah. You want it to be a different thing when you do it.
And I feel like I'm in a different phase of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm against making beats. It's what's past the making beats thing.
What am I doing with my time and why am I doing it?
Like, I feel like I'm in that transition area. Like, what I do in the next couple years determines 10 years from now. So I got to be careful about what that is and what I'm putting my energy towards, because that's going to determine the future. You know what I'm saying?
Remember just sitting down making beats all day and just having fun?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. But now it's different.
Yeah. Especially if you got family and kids. That's the issue, man.
I feel like when you do music that's why I don't sell beats, bro. Because I think for me to keep my sanity, I have to keep it to where I just love it. Because if I'm doing it for money, then I'm going to end up hating it at some point.
And let's be honest, man. Not to discourage people out there, but that's kind of a weak foundation to build a future on, especially at this point of the game. And that's just me keeping it stacked with everybody. Right. If you out there like, yo, I'm just gonna sell mad beats, and that's how I'm gonna provide for my family from here until the end, you better be damn good with your business strategy or something. It's like it's not like, but just to bring the point home, it's like, yo, how I'm gonna support my family from now until the end? I'm going to play the lottery and just hit the lottery real nice. I'm a professional lottery player, and I just hit the lottery, and I win money here and there and the third.
You got special coins, you scratch off all the tickets.
Right.
With, you know
like, you have more control. When you're selling beats, you have more control than playing the lottery. But here's my thing. You can set up things that you have the control over. You can kind of dictate what's going to happen. And then there are things like selling beats where a lot of it depends on other people. Right. Other people have to pick stuff. Other people have to choose. It depends on how many slots are open. Who's cool with this person? Right. Who's cool. You lose a lot of control in that. So you can have your shit A1, but one person can have one change of heart at one moment for one reason, and then that whole thing is different. You know?
They just kicked me off YouTube.
Oh shit!
I don't know why they just kicked me off YouTube.
Come on, YouTube.
Come on, back up.
Yep.
I had a really good analogy and that threw me off. Dang, son. I had a fire analogy. We say that in football, no matter what's going on. Oh, no matter going on. Never as bad as it seems or good as it seems. Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a thin line between success and failure when teams are involved, especially before money comes into play, because people have responsibilities that causes problems. Facts. Quicker you bring money into the situation or something that helps people, I feel like the more it flows. You get what I'm saying?
It does.
Like, I feel, bro, I'm gonna, if someone gets me a check, I'm gonna work, bro. Even if I got a check, then I feel like, I gotta work.
Well, it's kind of, it's worth it. You're not invested.
Yeah. It's like, I'm invested. I can't give them a half-ass thing because I'm making money off of this. So now I have to work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta live up to a certain quality and all that stuff.
And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. When I didn't have money to hire people, you know what I did? I sold all my shit on eBay. You remember that?
I do remember that.
I sold shoes, Jordans that I had. And I used all that money and put it into my business. I use it for Facebook ads. I use it to hire people. I use it to whatever it was, just like stuff that I didn't care about, bro.
I remember that
because I knew I'd make it back. It's paid off tremendously. You know what I mean? I had a vision for what was past just this one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I made plays for that situation.
He's a smart guy.
Don't make me rap the whole thing, man.
Oh, I know you know it too.
On the slice of the life, the master T.J. Henderson, super intelligent. And don't make me do it, man. I know the whole. Come on, man. You know that was my era, bro. Me and Taj the same age, bro. Taj, my cousin on my uncle's side, twice removed.
Everybody been removed twice when I fell.
Twice removed.
Damn.
Y'all like ginger ale Sprite? You already know, man.
Yeah, okay.
We're all ginger ale boys over here, man.
You already know.
Don't you disrespect us with that Sprite talk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know we mess with the Canadian dry, eh?
You know what I mean? We don't do that lemon lime stuff.
No, eh?
Bro, you know what I mean? This is a margarita. I ain't eating limes.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about the Canada, baby.
Yeah.
Mounties over cops. Hey.
Don't you know Bobby E? Facts. As a 16-year-old, I wanted to be Dr. Dre. F all that.
Facts.
You gotta wear them turtlenecks.
It's hot.
That's hot, bro.
Damn, it's
he
hot.
live in LA. Why has he got a turtleneck on?
What?
That's crazy.
Super hot.
Super hot.
Y'all listen to loud rock music inside of SUVs with Jimmy Iovine. It's crazy.
It's a hard life to live. I feel like YouTube is messing up again.
Hell yeah.
I'm mad you know the whole song. You already know, bro.
Yeah, man.
Sold my PS2 and everything I owned at a time for a car payment. Mobility was more important. Sometimes you gotta do it, man.
Hey, man. Me soon in.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to tell people what my mom just told me. I just want to be that sad vibe. Can you guys pray that she gets healthy? Of course, brother.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Hey, man. Best wishes for you and your family, man.
There you go.
And hey, man. And best wishes for you, brother. You know what I mean? I hope you got the strength and everything to deal with it, bro.
I was about to say, be a pillar of strength and an example for people around you. You might have brothers and sisters or whatever. You know?
Hey, chat, send Noah some positive vibes, man.
Right.
Spam them hearts for my boy Noah,
Yes,
man.
sir. Play your part. Step up, bro.
I went to the Pastor Aux and met hella dope producers. Changed my life. Hey, shout out to that.
Facts. That's what it's about, though. Getting out there and networking.
At one point, I wanted to be RZA. You didn't want to be You God?
Did you ever want to be Bobby Digital?
You're right. No You God here?
No, you got.
My wife always asks, why did I stop doing studio work? I told her because she wouldn't be able to handle it.
That makes sense.
Kind of true.
Listen, man, we all got pie in the sky ideas, but when you break it down, and you got to see exactly what you want is, and then give yourself a real self-evaluation, and then determine if you're built for that.
Facts. Because certain DJ situations, bro, I learned by doing certain gigs, I don't want to do them shits.
There you go.
If it's a certain type of gig, I won't DJ now. Just because I'm cool. I've done it. I've experienced it. I know what's for me. And I realized I thought that's what I wanted. I thought I wanted to be in the club every week DJing and being the most popping DJ. Until I realized you don't make money. It's stressful as hell. It's hella music you got to keep up with. It's very stressful, bro.
But it looked good.
But yeah, you on IG, but you're not really making no money. You're not really enjoying yourself. It's stressful. So for me, it don't add up to do all that stuff. I'd rather do something that I love more and make less money, but it's easier for me to deal with.
There you
than
go.
do something that's gonna stress me out every day.
That's the thing. Because if you think about you wanting to do, especially when you were younger, the things that you wanted to do, you looked at them from a very surface point of view, and of course it looked good. But yeah, once you start heading in that direction, you start finding out you're like, I probably don't want to do. The worst thing you could do is campaign for a position that you don't want to hold.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Dude from making the band quit because he didn't want to deal with mobs of fans. Man, which one was that?
I don't know. But yeah, sometimes that's the thing.
That's real.
You might not want that.
Yeah, some people ain't built for it.
That you have to be built for it.
Favorite source for creating a kick and snare from, I guess he was saying scratch.
Sound waves for like 808 spaces, kick and snares, household items.
My old roommate was an engineer. He taught at the LA School of Recording, and they would have them do a thing where they would take a sine wave and make a whole song out of that sine wave.
Yep.
So, bro, like, I would hear, like, all the student submissions. Bro, it would be crazy, dog. Like, from one little thing, and they make snares, kicks, 808s.
Stretch it and do this and that. Man, that's what's up. Realistic sent me some sound wave stuff that he's been working on. Amazing. Yeah.
Used to work with a group,
person changed their mind. I was back to square one, plus knowledge and wisdom from what happened. Fell forward. Super facts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be on the bench and trying to win a championship. I mean, you can get a championship from sitting on the bench, but you ain't really earned it. People are not gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. But now think about with all the stuff we're saying, like the stuff that you want to do, you may find out that that's not what you want to do halfway through. Think about the people that still haven't started.
Right.
Like you've been about to start something forever. You'll never even know if what you want to do is really what you're built for, and you haven't even started.
Right.
So many people. How many people you know has been about to do some shit for years?
Oh.
Like, God damn. You still about to do that?
Right. Just do it.
Yeah.
What you waiting for? And then they be like, well, I'm just waiting on.
Oh, you about to get on my damn nerves with this shit.
Nah, just do it, man. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't do it good, that's not really the point.
Listen, start now. Even if you think it's going to take a lot of time. That time is going to pass anyway. You know what I mean? Oh, man, it's going to take 10 years to do that. 10 years is going to pass regardless.
Because you ain't doing nothing but sitting on the couch anyway.
So you might as well get your life together. Everest College. My life was a wreck.
Oracle, have you ever thought about doing a No Limit sound pack?
No.
Because we all no limit, we ready. All no limit, we ready.
Wait, I do know somebody that was a major company. I told you about that.
I think I just saw something about that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, so even if I wanted to do it, there's somebody who's beating me to the punch.
Was that No Limit or was that?
It was No Limit. All the way. I know it's the same company, but they're probably doing something else.
Yeah, I was thinking about Cash Money for a second. Because they're doing something. That's what I was thinking.
Already know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
For the 99 and 2000s.
Shout out to Master P, man.
Young Houston Singletary in here. See you, brother.
Hey, he said back at the start, I record mines to make money. Oh, he had to record mines to make money. Oh, bro, I feel you, bro. I'm telling you, man, this music thing is, it's either you got to know somebody with some money that's going to put money in this. You got to invest the money in yourself to get to that person that's going to put money in it. But at some point, money has to be involved in this.
There you go.
At some point.
Yeah.
Because if not, you just doing it as a hobby.
You know what I had to do to make money? Sell sounds. And then I realized, hey, wait. This is kind of awesome.
Right.
This is not
right.
The first sounds I was selling, my intentions were never to sell sounds.
Like, I'm going to do this, get this bread.
Yeah. Sound design wasn't a thing. It's just something I did for myself.
And then you're like, this ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Okay. Yeah. Listen, man, you never know. Like, for instance, when you were like, oh, I sold all my stuff on eBay. That could have been your defining point where you're like, yo, I'm a dope-ass eBay guy. Because you know a lot of people.
Exactly.
You know.
I am top seller, power seller on eBay, bro.
See?
You know what I mean?
You know.
I got, you know what I mean, 4.5 stars. Now, one person, they was hating, bro. You know what I mean? They ain't like how I wrapped the box.
Well, it's always 4 out of 5. Dennis approved.
You know what I mean? It's always.
It's never 5 out of 5.
They was haters, man.
But yeah, when you make your moves though, you have a better chance of landing in your rightful position than what you wanted to do.
Shout out to Damian James. He said, "Joke. I've been waiting 20 minutes for my question to be answered. What's wrong with y'all?" Shout out to dude last week who was hurt about waiting 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
his question.
Oh, he was heated. He was heated.
What does it take to be an independent artist without a record label?
It's not tough. That's actually the preferred way now. What does it take? It takes the internet. I will say that.
You need a business person.
You need knowledge.
You need somebody that's going to handle business. You need a PR publicist person.
Yeah.
And you need a money person in some form of fashion.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. And not to be facetious. I think I'm using that word correctly. If I'm not, then... But anyway... If you honestly Googled that, you would probably get a list or some type of article that will tell you exactly everything that you would need. Because that's really like a long answer. But I'm pretty sure you could find like a tailored list because so many people are going that route now that there's somebody that's like, yo, here's everything that you need to be an independent artist without a label. I'm almost certain there are tons of articles.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's the structure, bro. It's not just about I'm gonna put a record on SoundCloud.
No.
It's how do I get to the people that's gonna make more people see my record?
There you go.
That takes a strategy.
Who's winning on SoundCloud? Who's getting it? How? How are they doing it? What's the steps to doing it? Everybody knows the steps because of the phones in your pocket, the computers on your desk. Everybody knows the steps to do everything. It's just really about writing down the steps. And I always say the reason why, because technically everybody in the world should be a genius at anything they want to do, but hardly any of us are. And where we fail is implementation. The answers to do anything you could possibly want to know are in your phone. They're right in your pocket right now. It's just implementation is where people fall apart. And the people that have the discipline to implement, and not only once, but over consistency, those are the people that succeed.
Juwan Howard and Gary Payton got a ring off the bench. That is true. But is that a career that you want to... Is that a career that you want to model? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, I mean, Trizzy, you know you've been up late when you see that Everest commercial. That, and then when you see Kearney Thomas yelling at, and God!
Oh.
Does he still come on?
Oh, yeah. Him and, what's the other dude that was slapping people around?
Oh, with the jacket and the
Peter Popoff.
Oh, yeah.
Selling you holy water shots for $10.
Dog.
Still rocking.
If that don't tell you the sales and marketing.
How go to jail?
Bro, my dog is out here selling you water in a pouch.
My man ran to the bathroom with some shot glasses. Hey, but it's all in the marketing.
Yo, on the producer kit and soundoracle.net, we are selling UnQuantized ginger ale pouches, and they make your 808s hit crazy, bro. Only for $50.
Slappity slaps,
dog. It's a little Jameson in there. It's a little ginger ale.
Well, that's for the platinum package.
Yeah, that's the platinum. Yeah, that's the upgrade.
Yeah.
Get it now. DG Entertainment says, "What's good, San Oracle Trezza? What's good, man?
What up, bro?" Oh, shout out to DG Entertainment, man. I had an awesome consultation with him a few weeks ago, man. And also, shout out to Big Los. I talked to Big Los the other day. I actually talked to him for like an hour and a half. We had a really long conversation, man. Great guy. Great guy. You know, we out here, we talk to the community.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Los.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. When building your team and you're a producer, what is the starting point of a team other than yourself? What are the 3 most crucial parts of a team?
Honestly, with answering that, I will say this. What are you trying to do? So, say you're trying to sell beats. Once you figure out what that entails. So, if I want to sell beats, I might need to know marketing. Okay, what are the steps in marketing? Well, I might need to write copy for ads. If I'm not good at that or I don't want to do it, well then, hey, you're going to need a copywriter. It's going to take some type of graphics, I see. Okay, well, you might need a graphic person. So it's not really about knowing the people. And once again, I'm not about the steps as so much the thought process. Because the steps will change. Because this whole shit always changes. That's why I never go with a step-oriented way of thinking. But really, it's about writing out what you want to do, figuring out what needs to happen there, and then you plug the people into the positions.
Right. Because I mean, if you're selling beats, right, or if you're doing the placement thing, you need somebody. If you're gonna make it, how is that gonna get to the artist? That's the job that needs to be filled in there. If you're selling beats every day online or whatever, are you dealing with the customers?
You need customer service.
Because if not, you need customer service. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at what your structure is and then build around that.
I have customer service. That's 12 hours a day. I'm not at 24-hour customer service yet, but I have 12-hour customer service. I do the other 12 personally. But yeah, I didn't even realize I needed that until I figured out.
You start getting all these emails.
like, oh, shit.
This is a lot.
I was asleep. Yeah.
And then you get cursed out by somebody who put in the wrong email.
In the beginning? Oh my God. And then it was figuring out things like, wow, okay, I need this for the times when I'm asleep. And guess who else is asleep when I'm asleep? Everybody that lives where I live. So I got to learn how to deal with people internationally now. Well, how does that work?
Exactly.
You see, it's like a never-ending rabbit hole of figuring stuff out.
I had to enjoy that sip of Jameson. It was really good.
Sorry, sounded like it, man.
I had to just savor it. Everyone needs to know marketing, or at least have it attached to somewhere in their business. That's how you reach customers.
That is true. Listen, you could build a store and sell the dopest product. But if no one knows about it, you might as well not have built it.
That's facts.
And you're wasting money.
Super
and
facts.
time.
Dang, not and time.
And time, which is
the
way more
worst.
important.
Right.
Yeah.
Are producer points structured the same with all the streaming and single sales? No. That's the issue.
That shit has changed, and they're really trying to figure it out.
Yeah, bro, it's a struggle city out here. If you look at how much producers making off these streams,
Terrible.
and you got to think, most of the time you're not getting 50% of a record.
Oh yeah. So you're getting a minor percentage of the record, whereas if you were just getting paid normally, you're still getting a fraction. Now with streaming, you're getting a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. So 1 million streams financially to the average producer means zero.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think we just answered that Beats Music. I definitely forgot what he.
Damn, Beats Music switch platforms?
Oh yeah, he's over on YouTube. Oh
Nice.
yeah, he's talking about the team. Yeah, bro, you might have to scroll back because that was a long answer. You might have to watch that rewatch. That was an answer. Oh, shout out to Sample Genesis, SoundOracle.net.
Hey.
Go ahead, get that joint. You know what I mean? Video game inspired loops.
Yes, indeed, man. We're out here, Sample Genesis, and also XO2, man. XO2 is still super popping, so.
Nah, I feel like we figured out this kid thing, man.
We have.
Because before the issue was, people be like, I got everything. It's like, all right.
You don't.
All right.
Not anymore.
You thought. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to go back to the OG shit too, cause you know I came in doing drum packs, and I'm realizing there are a lot of people out there. You know the kit thing. A lot of people doing the kit thing, and that's because people are producers. They know how to make music. No one knows how to make drums.
Oh yeah, people don't know how to make one shots at all.
People know how to steal drums, but people don't know how to make drums. So it's not many of us out there that do, and I've been getting a lot of requests for drum packs. So I'm gonna have to release a drum pack real soon too.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
And then I got young Subculture 2, young 808s,
There you go. That's to get you started. You got them 8s popping. Oh.
and Fine Wine Guitars.
Nice.
People been going crazy with that joint.
Yeah. Shout out to Umami, who I keep going back to that.
She been saucing.
Yeah, she was vibing with that.
Any free kits? I think we both got a free kit on our site.
Yeah, actually, I know for my site, and I think it's the same for yours. If you go to the site, there's a tab at the bottom. At least on my site, it says free kit, and one in the top right hand corner that says free kit.
There you go. Get you a little sample. It's like when you go to Costco and you get that little cup, and you taste it, you be like,
What else they got in here?
it's delicious.
Well,
You know what I mean?
this is organic butter pecan. What else you got back there?
Right. Sign me up, bud. Just cop the Sample Genesis kit. Fire. First of all, I see 757, so that means you're from Virginia.
Yo, I appreciate you back home, folks.
Shout out to my Virginia brethrens out here. You
Yes,
know what I
indeed.
mean? Thank y'all for always answering all these questions with us. Always. Know I had a lot to say today. Oh no, appreciate it, man.
Yo, we love it.
Yeah, we love it.
We come in here half prepared anyway, so.
Thanks.
No, I actually had a list of topics today, but those are like backup topics.
I see A. Marie. What happened to A. Marie?
Yo, I don't know what happened to her, but you know she released a project?
I know she's a beauty blogger on YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No. Let's talk about the ugliness of what's going on with
God.
Marie.
No Rich Harrison.
Probably, but listen, A. Marie released a project. It is the Talking to Me Remixes project.
Oh,
it is a project.
No.
It is.
No. Oh, I want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more.
It is a. Oh, that's yeah. You see it. You see it on here.
That's my favorite album.
It is a project.
No.
8 remixes of the same song from the first album. I did like Talking to Me. That was a dope song.
Bro, that A. Marie album is one of the best R&B
Oh no, it's great. But
albums, but you shouldn't touch it. That's like saying I got a Thriller remix album. Like,
Yeah.
bro, no.
no, that would be dope. A Thriller remix album is one thing. Talking to Me. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It is the same song. It's one song. 8 remixes of one song.
You know what? Because that album is called, what was it? I thought it was Talking to Me, but it's All About Something or All of Me. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So that one song, Talking to Me, which was like her third single, second. It's an album. It's the Trackmasters remix, the remix featuring Foxy Brown, the Trackmasters remix instrumental, the Foxy Brown Jack Frost instrumental. It's 8 versions of the song "Talking to Me."
Brand new EP. We're re-releasing Snow Informer.
Listen,
the remixes.
Do not make this a thing, people. Do not put out a whole album that's just. And these aren't new remixes either. These are all the remixes that came out at the time that the remixes came out. They just packaged them all together in one project. I'm like, listen here, A. Marie, Columbia, Rough House / Trackmaster / Jack Frost / Foxy Brown. I don't know who's responsible for this, but let's not make this a thing.
That's terrible. Damon James says, do y'all still use hardware since thinking about breaking out the Triton and Motif?
I would not be mad at you if you did. As long as you can finesse them, because honestly, those things, they got some sounds. Like, you can still finesse them.
The Motif, dog. The Motif, I still think the Rhodes on the Motif is the best I've heard.
The Motif has some, especially like the leads and some effects. They're still used on a lot of like a lot of big Kanye songs, Travis Scott songs. You'll still find a couple Motif sounds in there.
What's your advice on moving into film scoring commercial work? It seems creating music for artists now doesn't give as it used to. I love my craft, but have to provide as well.
Hey, do your research, and like we always say, when it comes to commercial and film houses or licensing houses, go with these smaller ones that have some type of foothold in the industry, and kind of work with those versus the bigger ones. I hate to say their names, but like Pump Audio or PNP? Those bigger ones, usually you're just a name in a big crowd of people.
Right, if you gotta pay to join some service to do something,
don't do that. Yeah.
All the companies I've experienced, they like vet you. They like, let me hear your music.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We could do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it ain't no vetting process and you could just pay your way in, it's probably a scam.
But the money in that, not the money, but the opportunities and all that type of stuff are pretty good now. I will say, as someone who's recently ventured back into that, shout out to Viacom. As someone who's recently ventured back into that by default, that industry's alive and well.
Hey, shout out to Superfly the movie. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You boys out here getting these movie checks. Hey,
it's lit.
I love it.
Shout out to Empire. Shout out to
Stars.
Right.
Hey. I think I got one on there too, bro. Yeah, we about to be back-to-back episodes.
There you go, bro.
Hey, man. Let's see. I gig with the Motif. Hey, he already know.
Oh, that's a great gig piece.
Facts is a snow, but still them saws are super nice. Oh yeah. Motif is the shit.
Yeah. Shout out to it's a patch they call Laser Drops.
Oh yeah.
That somebody it's like a really big sound that somebody used on a lead song. Yep.
Trezor, you said if you're a placement producer, you need to fill the job of a person who gets it to the artist. Who is that person who gets that to the artist other than a publishing company? I mean, ideally it would be a manager. I mean, but all their jobs are kind of, even your publishing company, they do it in a certain aspect as far as like TV, getting you syncs, getting you licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what they should do. Your manager is supposed to be the guy that brokers deals, not necessarily shops your beats, but makes the plays for you, handles the business. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I might make a play, but I'd rather my manager talk about it because he could be the bad guy. If I'm the bad guy and the guy making the art, it's a conflict. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you probably won't be the guy making the money.
Yeah.
One of the first things Tim told me is you need a bad guy.
Mm-hmm. You have to have somebody to play the bad guy because you could be like, look, bro, it ain't me, bro. Yeah. My manager tripping out. You know what I mean?
In the beginning, I would have to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I would just have a guy that was a guy. Like I said, somebody that could shoot. I just had to aim him.
Yeah, exactly.
Say this, say that.
West 150. Let's see. But yeah, this is filling people around you, man.
Yeah.
How does New Zealand sound?
Far.
Like Game of Thrones? That's what I think. I think New Zealand. I think of Game of Thrones. What is
Viking Beards.
Yeah. What's that other movie they shot out there? Is it Braveheart? What's one of them movies?
I think Braveheart was in Scotland.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me for that one then. It's some big movie they shot in New Zealand that I've seen, and that's what it makes me think of.
I won't say it was a Tom Cruise movie. Maybe it's because I just seen Mission Impossible.
Facts.
Yeah.
What else we got on the topic list?
Okay, let's see what's happening. Yo, I got Leor on here. Do we do any Leor stuff? So the one aspect I wanted to touch on was people kind of went at Leor. I'm not on the whether he's a vulture or not or whatever, but they went on about the drug thing.
Right.
And it seems like people like was wishy-washy. He was like, "Oh, I want to help people on drugs," but he was like, "Oh, I got people to feed." Both of those can be true. First of all, Leor is not a drug therapist. Yeah. He's a guy that ran a music joint
to make money.
His job is to hire talented musicians. It's kind of he's not like a football coach. It's like, yo, you can't play on the team if your grades aren't good.
Right.
Like, no, my job is so I actually, and my thing about it was I actually think it was a added bonus that he was like, basically like, no, I sign talented people because I have mouths to feed. But if you are having a problem, I will try to help you. Technically, it's not my job to give a fuck if you on drugs or not.
Your daddy, right?
Can you make good music? That's what I sell.
You gonna show up at the show?
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, until your drug.
Oh, they just threw us off.
Oh man,
dang! This joint on the joint, they pop up quick.
That's terrible. It was in the middle of something good too.
Oh, run that back real quick. Yeah. Oh, Decap was in there. I didn't even know Young Decap was in there.
Oh, me either, man. Yeah. Something we live.
Right, we back.
So what I was saying with the Leo thing was like, I think it's an added bonus that he was like, I would help people because technically, I don't give a damn as long as you're talented. My job is to hire talented musicians until your drug habit starts to affect your job performance. In which case, you gotta get out of here. So I just thought that people went at him in that aspect unfairly.
Wrong.
Like, oh, you're being hypocritical, saying you want to help people on drugs, but you'll still hire or still sign artists on drugs. I'm like, yeah,
right,
of course. Well, shit, who the hell would he have signed if
he don't hire the drug people?
Right.
What artist is gonna be?
And then what are drugs considered? Oh, I hire people that smoke weed, but not people that do this or that. Listen, that's on you.
He just got Jordan Sparks on the label. She over there reading a book.
Just me. But yeah, I thought that was really unfair in that aspect. Now, all the other Leo stuff, I'm not touching.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
What else did I have on here? Wanting the result without putting in the work. We talked about that. Right. Just emulating the result. Hold on. Separating artists. I can't even read my own writing. Okay, we'll bypass that one. We did A-Marie. We did Apple hitting 1 trillion.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, man, they hit 1 trillion. Shout out to them. However, that new MacBook.
Oh, it's trash.
With the i9. So, did you hear about what happened?
It was like overheating.
It was overheating. It was throttling, and it was making the CPU go down to half speed, which made it perform worse than the i5.
Trash.
Till one YouTuber, Dave 2D, I think his name is. You know, they do videos and they pointed out, and then Apple's like, "Oh, our bad. We forgot to include a digital key in our software," and then they put it in, and then all of a sudden, shit kind of like worked. I'm like, Slim, you knew good goddamn well.
Jeez,
but see, it's these games that people are playing.
Right.
Once again, you're doing that. You're putting out this i9, and you're like, "Oh my bad, yo!" Shout out to whoever just bought that kit. Young Subculture 2.
Young Subculture 2. Shout out to whoever just popped that joint.
But you're doing all that, and you're hemming and hawing, and you're flipping back and forth, and you're giving us i9s in a computer that can't handle i9s or the heat, and you still not giving us a touchscreen, bro. The worst PCs can give you a touch. I'm sitting here, I have 3 PCs right now surrounding us that have touchscreens.
I just gotta sit back. I can't even do that.
Listen, and they boast, they're like, well, we have 32 gigs of RAM. And I'm like, shit, man, welcome to 2018. You almost made it too late. And by the way, they're like, yeah, we got that stuff that y'all had a long time ago. And we're only charging you $6,500 for it. Apple gotta get out here with the bullshit.
Oh no.
They gotta get out of here.
You.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you gotta get out of here with the bullshit. You don't care about computers anyway. Obviously, you don't pay attention to them, and then when you do come out with a new one, you try to like max out the price. You care about phones, stick with the phones, You hit $1 trillion off your phones because your margins are good. However, you're still the number 3 seller of phones globally. You need to step it up to number 1 if you really want to take over the phone market. By the way, number 1 seller of phones is Samsung. Number 2 is Huawei, which is the Chinese company that they can't sell in America. But globally, they're just killing it everywhere. Apple got to get off the bullshit.
Someone said I love the Bodega Boys reference. I dare you to smoke with me
And Mama Sushi.
The plans. Shout out to yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love Diesel's Barrel, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out. Shout out to them, man. But yeah, so that was just my whole.
This conversation is like you ever like been at your homeboy house and he get in trouble with his parents and you can't really say nothing.
You just kind of sitting there, you're like
ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like, man, get out of here with the bullshit. Like, it's stuff that you can do to make a good product and you just refuse to do for some reason. And then there's other stuff you're adding on to hike up your price to astronomical prices. You're charging $7,000 for what you can get in a $900 PC. Or I'll say a $2,000 PC. If you really want to put all the bells and whistles in, and you're charging $7,000, and I'm not even mad that you're charging $7,000, but you're acting like
it's worth
you're saving people's lives out here.
They tripping on that.
Yeah,
I was Apple up to this point. Now I'm like, oh, y'all wilding.
Yeah, y'all 2017 with the technology, and then gonna charge 2075 prices.
Hey man, a razor. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, Stop jerking your customers around, man, with the bullshit. You gotta watch this stuff.
Razor, your boy's about to be a restricted free agent out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Mac over here wilding. You know what I mean? Man. I ain't trying to have everybody dancing all in the videos.
Get out of that abusive relationship.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm sitting here with an iPad right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Mac on the things that they're good at. I'm with Apple on the things that they're good at. You know, I got an iPhone right here, so I still got my stuff. But I got PCs all around. And listen, the things that Mac is talking about they've been doing, PC's been doing for a decade. And it doesn't cost you $7,000. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, buddy.
So what you got planned for this week, Oracle?
Little sound design. Working on some new business systems like I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how those play. I'm really looking at my calendar. And I'm really happy about how things are playing out. And I'm seeing how new strategies are working to make things happen. That's super dope. Think about bringing some new people into the fold, onto the team.
Ooh, so you hiring.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, last week we talked about the people that we needed. And people responded. It was a couple of the right people said the right things. And we had some conversations. So we'll see.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Man, we out here trying to change people's lives, bro.
We're out here trying to get this quiz up.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's about, because it's one thing. Like I said, we started with the vision where we were the guy at the end, like we did it, but then we realized the value of changing other people's lives and adding value to other people's lives and their families and all that. And I'm really like pursuing that, bro, to the best of my ability. You know, just helping people out. Now we not out here. Nobody's gonna do something with us and buy a Tesla on the first day.
Right.
But
it's something.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay a light bill too. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
But it's getting us primed to make people's lives better, till we can get better at that, to where we can make people's lives better than better.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just about spreading love, and it's about providing people with other avenues of opportunities, other mindsets, other than just selling beats out here. Yeah. Because selling beats is kind of lottery-esque.
And it's saturated.
Everybody's doing the same thing. Listen, and we talk about this too. You know, there's a lot of people, and some people hit me up like, man, you don't make as many beat videos as you used to. I want to, but I want to do that as a hobby. I want to feel good about it. Not like I have to. Because there's a lot of people doing that now. You got people out here and now, like I'm seeing people making beats in the middle of intersections and shit. I'm just like,
why?
It's getting kind of
like,
because you're just trying to. Since so many people are doing it, you're trying to top.
They boom ganging themselves.
Right. It's like trying to top people, but you're all still doing the same thing. And it's about changing the thought processes out here, man. Getting people out of doing the same thing, man. And You know,
Hey,
just
zig, you zag, bro. You know what I mean?
there you go. Just branching off, building new shit, man. Changing the thought process and
Facts.
making the world a better place.
Ghost 2 Beats says, what is your opinion on putting beats on a streaming platform? Are they beats to sell, or are they beats like an instrumental album?
I would do instrumental albums. Encourage people to sample and charge sample fees or whatever.
That's right.
Listen, man, the floodgates are open. There's no more gatekeepers because there's no more gates. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Facts.
So why aren't you? Is the real question. I encourage everybody this weekend to think about all the things that you want to do, and before you start doing them, answer the question: why aren't you doing them?
Ooh.
Everybody had these ideas forever. I want to do this and I want to do that. So why haven't you started? Because once you know the answer to that, you'll be able to fix the problem.
Right.
So now you'll be able to pursue all your other endeavors that you want to do. You know, I don't want to get to my oracle bag. This is when I get into my oracle bag.
The snapping oracle.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing.
Ghost 2 Beats says instrumentals and also beats. So if it's beats for rappers to try to buy, I would not put them on Spotify, Tidal, iTunes.
No one
that's
buys
not
anything.
for that.
Yeah,
that's not for that.
they're free.
If you're putting out beats for people to vibe to, listen to, and like like they're catered to instrumental, like the selection type vibe, or like just beats that's made for vibing to, then that's cool. Do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to sell stuff and
No, you can't. Don't sell beats on a free streaming platform.
yeah,
You'll be frustrated.
Dude, man, I think we've covered. I think that Oracle bag though.
Yeah.
He said,
Yes.
Smart Moves streaming is also promo for lifetime. Facts.
Yep. That's a fact.
You just got promo. Oh, not for sale. I still get paid for streaming, bro. Stop.
No.
People, don't think you do.
That's a ruse.
You do get paid for streaming,
Right.
but are you going to get paid for streaming enough to pay a bill?
Not at all.
Probably not, unless you got a shit ton of followers.
You can have 5 computers that all just loop your shit all day long, and you still won't make enough money to pay for shit.
No, we're monetized on YouTube. You know how much we done made so far?
What, like $76?
Like a whopping $6.50 for this month.
I think. Wait, on my channel, I made $76, but my channel's been around for a minute. I'm like,
that's in total though for your channel.
oh yeah, $76, bro.
Yeah, in total for your channel. All them videos you got, all them views.
I have a video. I'm not a YouTube star or anything. I got a video with like 180, 190K views. You would think you would make at least $76 off of that video. No.
So yeah, if you're depending on that to make bread, you might want to figure that out. Now, if it adds to the collective of things that you're making money off of, great. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just something that's there, man. But don't be like, yo, I make money off streaming. No, man. It's people that sell millions of albums and have millions of streams that don't make money off streaming. So
he said, "Is that for music?" I mean, that's for YouTube, but it's all pretty much the same concept. If you look at the rate that you receive a royalty for streaming, it's super low, bro. It's super low. So if you're depending on just that, you're gonna have a hard time. Now, if it's it's added to the bag and it's a little bonus, then you might, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's cool. You might enjoy your little $6.51 that you get, from YouTube.
Yeah. Hold on. He said, I feel like Oracle. What?
I've made more than that, but it's also connected to my publishing, and I don't have many plays. So, what is your goal to get many plays and to make money? Because I'm still telling, no matter what I guarantee you, for you to make $1,000, the amount of plays and amount of, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I think that theory at this point, the way it's set up, is like trying to become a millionaire off of recycling tin cans.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? You're making money all day, but you're making money 3 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents at a time.
That's facts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm driving down to Atlanta for training next week on the job. Any musical places that I should check out while I'm down there? I'm from PA. Not much going on up here.
Musical places.
I'm just thinking places you can just pull up on.
Do they still do shit at Apache?
That's so crazy. I was just talking about Apache last night. They do like live shows and stuff like that.
They do open mics. Yeah, Apache Cafe. Shit, they got bomb jerk wings. If nothing else, the jerk wings.
Lord have mercy.
Are amazing.
Lord have mercy.
Every now and again, somebody will catch me at Apache Cafe like twice a year. They're like, "Hey, Oracle, what you doing? You can't check out a band." I'm like, "Nah, just came in for some jerk wings. Actually, the car's running outside. I'll be back. Pick them up."
The Uber dropped me off. I just called another one.
That's a fact.
I just literally came to pick up.
That is a fact.
KLD is the album of the year. Facts. I don't know about facts, but it's a good album.
It is though.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are interested in someone's music, but instantly forget them after when they don't find them on their favorite platform. Facts.
That is true.
That's facts.
Gotta be out there, man.
You just gotta give people a little bit of everything, but to their native platform. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You treat Instagram different than you treat Facebook. You treat Snapchat different. You treat Spotify different than you treat Instagram.
Just try to be in places where people are. Hey, I have a poppin' Pinterest page.
You do have a popping Pinterest.
My Pinterest page is popping.
No.
I don't give a damn about Pinterest, but guess what? Some people do.
Some people on there looking for recipes, and then they be like, "Damn, a new kid drop."
That's a fact.
That's right.
My Google Plus page out of here. It's crazy. I have a Reddit page of my own. Hey, just
He said, "Does put it on every single digital platform and monetize."
Well, I don't know about every single one either.
Speak on it, my brother.
I'm just the guy that I would rather put it on like a select few and really work those few than try to spread myself thin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be hassling myself to do like IGTV, YouTube, Medium, blah 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 blah. If I don't have a system for it, if I'm just starting out,
that's the thing. Yeah, if you got a system or a team.
Yeah, if I'm just doing this myself, bro, I'm not about to worry about all that because it's to make something that's edited for IGTV, to make something that's optimized for YouTube, the tags, the titles, all the shit you got to do. It's a lot, and you're still not gonna make that much money. I could go make that much money off of doing something else way quicker.
Yeah, see, to do those things is more to lend awareness to yourself, but definitely not for money.
Right.
Like, that's not going to make you no money. You know what I mean? No matter how many streaming platforms you're on, if you're a newer, or if you're not like a mega superstar, you're not going to make money like that.
And who's going to listen to you? Just because you're on the streaming platform don't mean you can get traffic. That's the other thing. So I would pick one or two platforms that I'm really going to go hard with. So I would pick like between Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, whatever. I pick one I'm gonna go super hard with, and then just say it's available on other stuff. Same thing with YouTube, Instagram, whatever. I'm gonna pick one and go super hard with it. I might port some of the same stuff over because
syndication is a thing. Like here, we kill it. We Instagram, YouTube, on iTunes, SoundCloud.
So we do something that you could do one and it knocks out the other ones.
Yep, syndication.
Yeah, but I wouldn't just be everything.
Yeah. Yo, you can learn a lot from If This Then That. If This Then That taught me a lot about how to run my life.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Search Artist Showcase in Atlanta. Just 5 Music. They probably definitely got some showcase. Atlanta is home of the showcase.
That is true. Shit, you can go to Edgewood,
bro,
and find a whole bunch of shit to get into.
Some local radio station has a showcase on every Monday on my IG feed. What's the journal in Atlanta? Welcome to the Battlegrounds.
Oh no.
Yeah. No. You just got let go.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, I think we're gonna wrap. That's gonna be the end of the show.
We out of here.
I'm about to go to a basketball game.
Basketball.
I was a Magic Johnson, and I was gonna go to a basketball game.
It's a basketball.
It's a Big 3 basketball game with Ice Cube. And Ice Cube said the basketball player's gonna shoot the 3 ball.
Charles Oakley is a coach.
Shout outs to Allen Iverson. He said no practice.
Well, yeah, I don't know. For real, I'm about to go to this Big 3 game.
Yes, sir.
And enjoy myself.
We're talking about practice, man.
Facts. Enjoy yourselves. Be great, guys. Put out some content, man. Y'all make something. Put it out there. You know what I mean? Do y'all thug thizzle, man. Millie Rock on every block.
Hey, man. And once again, listen. Think about all the things you want to do. Think about all the things you've always been wanting to do. And before you start them, think about why you have not started them.
Facts.
That answer will help you with a lot in life.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all.
We out here, man.
It's real.
Yeah. We need like a sign-off tagline.
And scene.
All right, YouTube. Peace out.